minus 2 minutes. T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.
Hello. Hope we're ready for some robots. Hello Harry, hello Rescue. It's not as exciting as the Happy New Year timer, is it? Okay. Let's start the stream.
Clay, a sinister-looking heavyweight contender with a deadly jab from a CO2 gas-pressurized ram capable of lifting 1.5 tons. Inventor Rex Garrett's built Teletubby toys at 79.3 kilograms, though this is a lean and mean machine.
A little bit high tech, but that's the weapon that will lift. I get knocked down. He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink.
selection of elements. Okay. They did that. Yeah, I know. I know, it's too many to read, isn't it? That's from the first series. Really throwing it's perfect. Play more of the song than I normally do. I assume Tremble Wonder will be that litigious. Thanks for the follow, Josie Hypatia. Great to see new faces in the chat. Yeah, the weekend ends here. Okay, great. Oh, that zooms out on my... Okay. And that's fine, no problem, Josie. Right, sorry, I've had to. This ruins the transition because I want to come back here to make sure that we get the full pleasure out of this transition. Hello. It still works. Hi everyone, welcome to Bobot Wars. Hopefully that will work, Josie. I don't know. The notifications do always seem a bit buggy. Hello, Garbage Gooder. I am not currently wearing a hat. No. Every episode I should add an extra beat. Well, over an existing letter. So in not that many, in 6 streams in 6 weeks' time, the sign will read BBB BB. AGoodPete's. I don't know if that is what I should do. But hi everyone. I hope you're well. Hope you're ready for some robots. Yeah, exactly, Dipper. I don't know if it's got a ring to it. What else? Oh yeah, I've got this picture of the judges. Not added anything new. The bingo card should come up on here. Ding. Right, so we can... it must be or something. Yeah, I'll be honest, that surprised me as well. I didn't think you'd be able to fit all 3 judges in the pit. And yet we have photographic evidence that that's happened. So yeah, it is a big pit. It's just closer to us than they are. What, it's a perspective trick? Right, here's the bingo card. Here are the thing. Oh, hello, Catbox Man. Thanks for the raid. Hello, Raiders. How was the Pokemon doing? Catbox is playing some hard Pokemon. Catbox is playing some hard Pokemon. What Pokemon would Fraser be? Good question. Good question. And we'll see if anyone comes up with that. So he maybe a psychic type because he's a psychic guy, isn't he? Psychologist, psychiatrist, one of those. A drowsy. Be a drowsy. Those are equivalent. Oh, that's good. Drowsy's a creepy guy, isn't he? But then again, Fraser can be quite a creepy guy. Hypno is a close-up magic magician, isn't he? Hypno is a creepy guy. Right, we can continue to think about this. But these are the things we're going to be looking for on the bingo card, same as last week. Drowsy clearly likes a drink. Yeah, I think that's true. Fraser loves a drink. So yeah, maybe a Drowsy. In which case, what's Niles? Well, this was like a whole kettle of fish. If a mod wants to do a shout out for Catbox, that would be a nice thing to do. Or actually, Catbox, if you want to give yourself a shout out, you can do that. Drowsy is based on a story about a dream tapir. Much like the sitcom Fraser. Perfect. Perfect, there we go. Everyone follow Catbox. Everyone follow Catbox. Perfect. A great streamer, a great mod. Everyone, please follow Catbox. If you don't already, I suspect most of you already do. Okay, here's what's on the bingo card. We're looking for a bad judging decision. We're looking for lads. We're looking for a Brexit bot. We're looking for something to go on fire. We're looking for a bullshit claim about a robot. We're looking for graphic design is my passion. Hello Roars 2497. We're looking for a Bechdel pass. We're looking for an awful pun. We're looking for something racist. We're looking for some over-formal team roles. Looking for a robot with a face. Looking for an entirely spectacled team. A team that cares too much. A pre-prepared bit. A grumpy child. Some filler Jeopardy. Some full matching outfits. An active URL. The robot won't start. Something that's amusingly 90s. Sore losers. A child soldier. A fluke win. A speaking woman. And some sexism. Those are the things we're hoping to see tonight. Yeah, I think RK's right. I think we'll know it when we see it with that one. We'll know it when we see it. Okay. Shall we let's just get on with things, shall we? Let's get into the robots. We can continue chatting about which Fraser characters are which Pokemon. It's a font thing. It certainly can be a font thing. Oh, okay, here we go. Is this going to work? Sort of. Ah, no, it has worked. I'll take it all back. Take it all back. Everything's working. Right, you're probably going to want audio. You're going to want to be able to hear the robots. Yeah, exactly, RK. Exactly. It's just on the card. It's on the card. It's on the cardboarding. You like the robot sounds? Yeah, it does feel like an important bit. Oh, it's arrogant to make myself bigger. But I'll make myself slightly bigger. Also going to move the chat because you're over the card. Why don't you go up here? There we go. 66. Yeah, good point, Josie. Good point. I mean, it's a less good point as to why I would have chosen that as a number, but you know. Right, are we ready for robots? Here we go. We're back to regular heats now. We've gone through the last couple of weeks. We've been watching I think almost like Christmas special or basically Christmas filler episodes. That the BBC put on at, I guess, Christmas 1999. So is this the first heat of the new millennium, do we think? Or is this the first heat of 2001, which is less exciting? Hello, Catbox. Bobot indeed. This is 2001. Yeah, okay. A robot odyssey. Okay, let's see what it's like. Okay, let me know how the levels are. That looks like it's a bit quiet to me. Let's pump this up a little bit.
Just 4 more places to be filled in our series' second semi-final. Who'll join Splinter, who bulldozed past
That is a good point, Josie.
Stinger, crashing, bashing and twirling beyond hammer and tong and the bulldog breed. The mousetrap caught something and then snared little fly in the corner. And Spawn of Scudder sent the Banshee screaming and the nightmare fading. Whose dream will come true today?
No, Goblin, this is still the fourth. This is still the fourth series. It just sort of took a weird break.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who thought a kamikaze was a Japanese toilet, Craig Charles.
I think they've done that joke before.
To try and get fit, I recently joined an aerobics class, and I thought I looked pretty good in a leotard until someone asked if I'd come as an Easter egg. So I went to a steps class instead, which was a tragedy. I even got thrown out of the sauna. Well, if they put hot coals in the corner, I'm bound to have a barbecue, aren't I? Ah, well, maybe I should leave all the exertion to the robots. Time to see who's pumping some serious iron this week.
Craig, with 3 newcomers to Robot Wars, Scorpion and Reactor against number 27 seed Chromalot. Humphrey, their new boys as well.
I don't think
the
it's
Steel
Steps
Avenger
from the
before,
90s.
up against the number 11 seed.
Also, I don't think it was in any way amusing.
Right now, with Jules.
Looking to put the scrap back into metal. For
That was
melees, we have
painful.
Wild Thing. Literally 2 Wild in the last wars, went out to panic attack. They were too
Oh,
fast,
yeah, we've
they
seen
lost
Scorpion
control,
before.
so
We
slightly
like
smaller
Scorpion.
wheels. Less speed, but more manoeuvrability. This basically just turns them up the right way again. It's not that powerful. The main thing is force, which will be used against Humphrey. New to the wars. Spent 3
Humphrey.
years working
Oh,
on this
Union
before then
Jack.
care nurse Mick, should anything go wrong. Can lift a Ford Escort, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And watch out, there's a Humphrey about. Yes.
Oh,
The Steel
that-
Avenger.
that
After the
is a
main weapon
pre-prepared
dusted
bit.
At the front here, we've got bulletproof polycarbonate
Yeah,
casing,
you're right, Gomelon.
twin Bosch motors.
You're right, Gomelon. It cannot lift a
150,
Ford Escort.
and
There
this
was a
will
speaking
come
woman,
down on you
and I'm going to
with the
say
force of
that was a
Dawn
pre-prepared
French in a
bit.
pair of stilettos.
It's a strong
Time to
start.
engineer
It's a
some
strong
chaos.
start.
Let the wars begin.
There was a race. Yeah. Let's not quibble over how racist something has to be racist.
Rob Colchester, Steel
Yeah, there were 2 shit claims in their rules. It was bulletproof, which is dubious, and I think they also said it could lift a Ford Escort.
Trusty steed and axe won't miss peeling back the shell of
Yes, Dibbert, certainly close. Let's
actually fell to the Steel Avenger.
have another look.
3rd series of Robot Wars.
Steel Avenger
into
looks
the
solid.
pit. Then the Avenger came across a very good robot, an experienced robot in
It is
Diator.
asking, yeah, good chance it goes on fire. I think it's supposed to look like a lance, isn't it? 'Cause it's supposed to be like a knight in shining armour. But it doesn't really look like a
Hi,
lance.
I'm John Willoughby. I'm team captain of the Pneumatic Fanatics.
Hi, I'm Kevin Cockrell and I operate the weapons.
The pneumatic
This is Tony Bates, our
fanatics.
3rd team member, who's on his way at the moment. This is our robot, the Steel Avenger. We've got a front-cutting blade. We've got a very powerful pneumatic axe this year. And the big improvement is we've now got
Yeah,
a
I think between those shirts and the ones from the last team, that's a graphic design bit.
We'll make
Yeah.
our hearts sing if it can go one step further than the
I already
semi-finals
gave it.
this
I already
time
ticked
around.
Brexit
Three
for
men,
the
the
Union
multiverse,
Jack on that
the
other
armour
robot.
guards, and even the eyes are powered by electricity.
Yeah, it's a
Ding
good
ding,
point.
round
Yes.
1 came out quickly against the prize fighter. KO'd against the arena war. Next up, Small Talk. A smash and a bash and a crash. And then a thrash. Cerberus turned over for a tickle on the tummy. But in the series semi-finals, up against Panic Attack, that's where it ended for Wild Thing.
It's a little bit unlucky, wasn't it? Got flipped by the arena
I'm
spike.
Nick Adams, and I'm here with Jake and Isabel and our robot Wild Thing.
Last Wars is arms at the back.
Oh,
this
speaking
Wars
woman
at the
again.
front, and it can self-right us, lance other robots, and tip them up.
In last Wars, we managed to get into the last 16. But this year, we'll see 11. We hope to go all the way.
From European Nottinghamshire, Humphrey.
You better watch out Humphrey's about with its lifting arm made from a car jack, spikes, gearbox sprockets from a lawnmower. Oh, and there's an old table leg in there somewhere too.
Hello, my name's Helen, this is Nick, and this is our robot Humphrey. To the uninitiated, it's got all sorts of goodies, and as they say, watch out, there's a Humphrey about.
The drive basically.
Who
is
says
two
that?
gearboxes
There
made
are a
from
lot of them, aren't
lawnmowers.
there? Good,
We've got
yeah.
two 24-volt motors and these 2 wheelbarrow wheels. It's got a turning circle of 0. It'll do a top speed of about 6 miles an hour.
Come on, it's not getting carried away. We've seen 2 women.
But watch out, it's got a very nasty sting in the tail.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Steel Avenger from Suffolk. John Willoughby there. The controls on the left. Wild Thing. The controls, Nick Adams, Isabel and Jake. And
Yeah, it was a milk advert, right? I don't quite understand.
Controls.
2, 1.
Wild Thing, the seated robot. Quick to manoeuvre. Now comes back on the attack. Can get up to 8 miles an hour. It's not the heaviest of these 3. Quite the opposite, in fact. Now a little nudge tentative on Humphrey. There's the Steel Avenger. Big, burly, somewhat cumbersome. I wonder if those side panels are also prone to attack. They look a little bit suspect. Polycarbonate, aluminium and steel shell. That's Wild Thing dancing between the 2. You see there, the Steel Avenger slow to turn. The Wild Thing has the speed advantage over
Those
these
flames
2
are...
opponents. Now attacking the Steel Avenger again
Oh.
into the CPZ, which means Matilda can come out, but the Wild Thing followed up, which means also Matilda can have
Matilda's healed well from the last episode, isn't she?
almost toppled, but the Wild Thing followed into the CPZ there, which meant that Matilda could attack right on the fringe of the
You've
core
got
patrol
really
zone.
milk playing cards in there, perfect.
So not great controlled aggression from the Wild Thing, but
That's
the Steel
right,
Avenger is in
someone that would
major
steal
trouble.
milk.
The old feather duster looks a little bit flimsy there, doesn't it? Oh, I think Matilda
Oh dear.
has shaken her tail feathers, and off comes the duster. Yeah, there, look at that. Well, they had this little sort of peacock's plume at the back. No longer.
Oh, Humphrey's not looking good, is he?
If Humphrey's going to take any part any longer. It seemed to me that Humphrey was immobilised. This is the Wild Thing chasing down the Steel Avenger here. Steel Avenger getting away. I think that oh no, they're okay. Humphrey's okay. Just about. All right.
I don't know if they're okay.
Wild Thing on the attack.
They might be slightly moving.
It really has been the tail of the tape so far. Humphrey moving belatedly. Oh, straight into the claws of Dead Metal after all that. Matilda, little tusk on Wild Thing. If it goes to the judges, Wild Thing have done enough. I don't think it'll go to the judges because Humphrey, they've gone, haven't they? This is Dead Metal trying to slice down through
Gone, haven't they?
the shell of Humphrey, and the newcomers haven't lasted long. Mick Kerfoot, a staff nurse for an intensive care unit, and I'm afraid Humphrey is going to go back to the robotic unit for some quick repairs. Crunch! Oh, crumple, slice. Mick is going to take more than a plaster to mend, I'm afraid, your robot Humphrey. Onto the arena flipper, carefully placed.
But he's always amused by, almost always by something he's said himself every episode.
There's the Kilolot camera looking out. Onto his house robot teammate, Dead Metal, and there's the flipper, throwing Humphrey through the air.
What's the reach for that thing?
Away they go, crashing down. There's all the warning signs underneath. And the warning we will flash to Humphrey next time around. Bring a better robot. You are about to be decimated
Yeah, bring a better
and
robot.
totally destroyed by Sir Kilolot. Brave newcomers fall at the first hurdle,
B-A-B-B.
which leaves Wild Thing and the Steel Avenger going through, of course.
Humphrey gets the hump and goes out of the competition.
What's the diagnosis, Doc?
Split link failed, I'm afraid. It's probably only a pound part, but that's basically the reason why we're out. We lost traction to one of the wheels. You can't really defend yourself when you're going around in a circle.
You can't. Is that a bicycle chain?
It's actually one off a lawnmower, but
So you could have replaced that quite easily.
I could have done if I'd have had one here, but unfortunately we'll repair it and live to fight another day.
Yes, but that's the tragedy of Robot Wars. When you're out, you're out. Bye.
That is the tragedy of Robot
Ta-ta.
Wars.
Humphrey go, Wild Thing and the Steel Avenger through. Next up, the
Yeah,
Sea Rebels of
good
Gromor
question,
against the
Ataku.
newcomers
There's no way of knowing. Well, she puts that on every day to come in, right?
It's termination time. It's the Chromalot, as ever, making a big song and dance about the whole thing.
Oh, good.
Will they live up to the hype? Who knows? There's a world of hurt out there. Scorpion,
I
new to
had
the
noticed
wars,
they were on.
beautiful chainsaw front. Those aren't metal. Are they going to cut through steel?
They'll cut 90% of things we come up against, yes.
Okie dokie. This spins
They'll
at
cut
just 140
90%
miles
of
an
things we come
hour.
up
So
against.
you're fully tooled up, really, aren't you?
Well, someone said there was going to be a war.
Exactly. Fighting talk. And from Daniel's prototype to Reactor, also new to the wars, powered by 2 wheelchair motors. It is the 21st century. It's Robot Wars. And we've got wooden wheels. Why?
Because I'm a joiner and I can make them.
It's crunch time.
He could well be grumpy, didn't it? That's a good point.
From Nutley in East Sussex,
There was
Driven by 2 wheelchair motors with 2
here's
electrically
Scorpion.
powered chainsaw cutting discs
Built
designed
on
for
dining room table.
They practiced against an old tumble dryer to perfect the Scorpion sting.
Hi, I'm Jeff. This is my teammate John, and here is our robot.
Yeah, I
Scorpion.
think that's what it is.
We have chainsaws. We have
Also, it
cutting
was just
discs,
filmed on a couple
and
of
at the
days,
rear,
right?
We have the sting in the tail. This, we hope, will do some serious harm.
They both have glasses on.
in Leicestershire, Reactor.
Oh yeah,
Scorpion
100% is a robot with a face. Oh, I better do the graphic design one for the last lots of shirts.
Hi, my name's Russell Orton. This is my son Daniel. This
And
is
they
Martin
were an
Kraut,
entirely
our third
spectacle
member,
team.
And this is our robot Reactor.
Doing
It's
it right.
built of steel. It's full integral chassis. It has custom-built wheels and uses wheelchair technology. We've got a front lifting weapon, which is powered by CO2.
It uses wheelchair
We're confident
technology.
it's going to lift all the other robots and flip them over. It's powered by 2 24-volt electric wheelchair motors.
Does he mean
and
it's got a
built with steel
wheelchair
and
motor,
aluminium.
right?
We're confident we're going to do well, and we're going to trash the other robots.
From South Ockenden in Essex and seated number 27, Sir Cromalot.
Great sports, knocked out in round 2 in the last series. Has an 18-inch long
Here's the
rotating
guys.
drill, a cutter,
Shall I
either
tick
made of
sexism
stainless
off
steel, a
now?
Streamek, and at 80.3 kilos, heavyweight hopes.
Yeah.
It was Big Brother who beat them in the last wars, though they had style.
Oh,
Big
possibly
Brother
some matching outfits as
a
well.
merry dance. Those Sir Cromalot.
Ah, it's our
France.
favourite bit.
What style, what panache. And look at the way they arrive this time around. Splendid. Expansive.
Who's going to win? C-H-R-O-M-A-L-O-T. What does it spell? Cromalot.
Dave Whitehead and Steve Merrill. Oh yes, the class act returns.
Hi, we're Sir Cromalot. Here's our machine. On the front, we've got a stainless steel cone, a cobalt tip in the front of it. At 10 miles an hour, this will pierce anything. On the side of it, we've now fitted a drill. Same as the Kilolots, only our one's better.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
In the last
100%.
war, we got flipped
Matching
over,
outfits.
so we've added this. This will only allow the robot to lay on its side, and also with these legs, it will flip back up, so we can carry on.
We're a class act, and this is going to be devastating.
Roboteers, stand by.
There's Scorpion, then Jeff Smith, the sub-postmaster there on the left-hand side with John Bell and Reactor.
I can believe it's a
Russell Orton,
cobalt tip
Daniel Orton
screw.
and
I don't
Martin
think.
Crouch, and of course Sir Cromalot with Steve Merrill and Dave Whitehead. They're great sports.
I don't know what it is on the top.
Sir Cromalot, the seated robot here, taking on Scorpion to start off with the chainsaw cutting.
Do we
disc.
ever get to
Scorpion, very
see?
slow,
I don't think
though.
we've seen
7
that
miles an hour.
self-writing, have we?
Sir Cromalot can get up to 10 miles an hour and Reactor a top speed of 12. And they're shunted together at the moment.
Yeah, not
Hardly
sure.
making any
Not sure.
progress. You
Bud.
just saw there the little drill of Sir Cromalot. It's not as good as Sir Kilolots, I'm sorry, boys. Reactor bashing away.
Oh, it's not as good as a Kilolot.
It's all a little bit cagey at the moment. There are the Cromalot boys. Steve Merrill, a video cameraman by trade. Dave Whitehead's an engineer. Reactor's Russell Orton is a computer programmer. Oh, something's gone. One of them there.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure from whence that came. There's some steam
What
from
says
the arena,
69
nothing more
at
than
top?
that. That's Reactor.
Because that is
The
lads
nuclear
if
fission
true.
signs and the warning signs underneath Scorpion.
Oh,
Scorpion, a lot of loving, tender work's gone on the creation of Scorpion. And I wonder how long it'll last. I don't think the cutting discs can get it
oh
away.
dear. Half for
Reactor
Scorpion.
tackles Scorpion immediately. Look at this, there's the drive from the wedge shape of Reactor. You saw Martin Crouch celebrate immediately with Russell and Daniel up there in the control pod as they toppled Scorpion. There's no way back from Scorpion there. But look, Reactor, I think,
hang
got
on.
themselves stuck on the arena wall, yes, underneath the side spike.
Well,
They're up to
Scorpion
800
can't get through,
millimetres in
surely.
height, Reactor. They got stuck momentarily. They're okay now, though. Into reverse and free. This is Sergeant Bash. A little nudge on Scorpion. Scorpion immobilised too long. Oh, the tail.
Oh,
Well,
dear.
there's going to be no sting left in that by the end of Sergeant Bash's work. Dragging it back into the Bash lair. Also Sir Killalot and Dead Metal. Down comes Dead Metal's cutting blade. Poor old Scorpion.
Oh, yes, tails come off.
Dragged away to oblivion.
There are no
Jeff
good
Smith
robots
and
this
John
episode.
Bell. They'd also like to
We're going to
thank
see some
Tom
fire.
Pip. She let them design and build Scorpion on the dining room table. She had
Oh, yeah, that's on fire, right?
cheese on toast.
That's on fire.
Instead, she has Scorpion Rabbit about to be
That's
dumped
on fire.
into the pit by Sir Killalot. Down goes the pit. The crowd wants Scorpion in there. It means, of course, Reactor and Sir Chromalot survived, though Reactor had a scare and will have to show better driving sense later on in this heat. Scorpion's on fire as well and eventually dumped out.
Which one do we think had 69 written in it on it?
The sting taken out of Scorpion's sail, Sir Chromalot and Reactor, they go through.
We'll get to see them again.
What happened here?
It is,
Who did that to you?
Sir Chromalot.
Oh, how dare he.
Yeah, drilled through our side,
Very
and once
possibly.
we lost our tyre, we were dragging on the floor.
You were, weren't you?
Yes.
So your weapons were pretty useless.
Yes.
But look at this. This
We
is
got well cooked.
fantastic. Oh dear.
We had our tail cut off and then set alight and dragged around. And
Great entertainment.
it was
Chromalot
great
again,
fun.
we'll keep an eye out.
What was that tail held together with? String, it looked like. Scorpion have gone. Reactor and Sir
Oh,
Chromalot
do you want
through
to
with
do
Wild
some
Thing and the
channel
Steel
points
Avenger.
predictions on the
And in
four
the
we've
second
got
round, the
left?
seeds apart. Wild Thing will meet Reactor and Sir Chromalot.
We can do channel points if you want. Yeah, that's right. He's never heard of fiberglass. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad about Scorpion, isn't it? It is great reverb, isn't it? Oh yeah, fine. Right, okay. That is now live. Yes, Dibber, that it is exactly that guy, yes.
Well, it seems there was more damage in that last battle than we thought. Apparently one of the judges broke a nail. So while they go and get that sorted, let's enjoy some pinball.
Pinball Warrior tester driving
it's
skill
pinball
and
time.
control. Spawn of Scudder dominating with 245 points. 4 robots to go, including next up Gemini.
From St Leonard's-on-Sea.
Oh,
seed
Gemini.
Number 8, Gemini.
There's two of them.
This is a cluster bot. They can break apart, dash around the arena in different directions.
Roboteers, stand by.
Well, there's two of them.
They take on the barrels.
Yeah, it might be.
5 points
Feels
reached
important.
October. That's normally the first tactic. There we see them splitting. Well, they go for both sets of barrels. Gemini in the pit. Dark horses to win the Pinball Warrior Challenge, and immediately you're taking on one of the arena side targets, and the
Okay, this
multi-ball
is
release option
good.
as well as 10 more
he's
points.
running
It's
to
the
kill a
great
lot.
run by Gemini. Perhaps built for the Pinball Warrior tournament, but once one
Hello,
half of
Conway.
Gemini is immobilised, that's it, that's the end of the run. Gemini taking on the car door release.
Still got time to get a channel points
This is a
prediction in if
wonderful
you
run
want.
by Gemini. If
You're watching
that huge
Gemini doing the
goes into
pinball.
the
There
highlight,
are
if it's
two
another
of them,
25,
crucially.
Up and over the bridge will give you 20 points and a complete.
It does feel like a real advantage here. Oh, got that. Okay, Jonathan can't keep up, can he? Which is good. That's
Any of those balls from the multi-ball
Oh, I think they're confused now about which one of them has done which target.
leaving them for last? The Gemini boys.
Oh, they've forgotten to knock those barrels over. That feels like an error.
Running away from them now.
They've hit
Do
this.
they get points there for the arena side target? They did. This is a magnificent run. The car door option swung again. That was Gemini.
No, I think they might have.
Points tallied everywhere.
A few of them might have hit the same things more than once.
Well, a
Though.
great run right from the start. That cluster of barrels knocked over. Very strange they didn't go for the other barrels. The sidewall target struck, then the multi-ball release, then
right.
the car door.
Well, it's only one robot
Action
attacking. It's just
everywhere
a
on the arena
one
floor,
cluster
up
box,
over the
isn't it?
bridge. This was tremendous driving skill.
Except Max, a couple of videos of you in the bath. Did you mean to write that in this chat, Harry?
They're on top, Gemini.
There we go. Gone to the top.
Spawn of Scudder beaten Gemini 255 points, and the remaining three robots are going to have
I'll
to
make
go
carefully
to
those
beat
problems.
that.
Give up people remote. Yeah, that's fine.
Pretty impressive new high score. We'll see if it remains next
Yeah,
time.
that
Right
is.
now, though,
His name is
back to the wars.
Lewis Sanderson. He's a TikTok guy, Harry. He does
Against the Steel Avenger.
he does some strange TikTok videos that I don't think he's doing as Joe.
The new boys, survivors thus far, Reactor.
It's Reactor's first wars. Let's see how those
Yeah,
wheels
that
are
is
holding
true,
up.
Joseph.
Wood taken any damage from the melee?
Just a little on this side, but not very much. We managed to repair it. It's been okay.
And look at that there. Is that a secret weapon?
That's a screw. With a bit of luck, it'll dig into the decking on the arena floor and will give us a bit more traction.
Daniel, what do we want to do to the other robots?
Try and get them in the pit.
Very possibly, Harry, yeah.
This team's pretty
That
confident,
is some
really, aren't
diligent
they?
stats
We are
work.
now. First
Josie, yeah.
fight's always the worst.
Yeah.
Always.
And you got through the melee well?
Yeah. Only a
like-
bit of surface damage
Oh.
on the other face.
Yeah. And you're seeded 11, which is a pretty good place to be at this stage of the game, is it not? Are you Mr. Tactician?
Yeah.
What's the game
Was
plan?
that? Was it, Josie? They were talking about whether the robot was damaged, weren't they?
Okay. Let's see you be wild. I'll help you push it in.
Roboteers, stand by.
There's Reactor. Young Daniel Orton, 12s from the Stonehill High School. And Wild Thing. Isabel, who's 14, and Jake, 12, go to the Ash Manor School in Aldershot.
2, 1.
Wild Thing quickly out to attack the Reactor, as we thought they would be, trying to nudge
Touchdown,
it underneath
nice,
Reactor.
yeah.
A ground clearance of 5mm only on Reactor, but that's the Achilles heel. Wild Thing attacking the rear.
The boy in the Wild Thing team always seems a little bit grumpy, even when he's happy.
Isabel controls the weapon of Wild Thing. Jake Adams, the tactician, or sometimes a weapon operator as well. Another nudge this time on Reactor. Reactor, though, they put those studs there. You see the screws and the wheels getting very little traction on the arena floor. And out comes Dead Metal trying to grasp hold of Reactor. A little bit like
What's
soap in the shower.
Reactor's
Threw your
deal? Is it a
hands away.
flipper?
I wonder if Dead
Reactor's
Metal
the
will
one
have
that
another
uses
chance.
wheelchair
I wonder if Reactor will
technology,
get
isn't
a
it?
chance here to attack Wild Thing. Wild Thing doing all the aggressive work so far. Should it go to the judges in the end? Well, it doesn't look as if it will do at the moment, because Wild Thing very much on the attack.
Yeah, I haven't seen it open,
Away
right?
from
If
Sergeant Bash. Look, this is
it's purported
very
flipper.
noticeable tactic from Wild Thing. Attack Reactor from the rear. Oh, the wheels are crumpled and ruptured by Sir Killalot. Those claws.
CO2 pound
over
flipping.
100 kilos sliced through
Yeah,
armor
not.
plating.
It's not happened, does it?
On the attack as well.
It does already seem to have had his wheels ruined, yeah.
Arena. That's where they need to stay, and I wonder if this stage, Russell Orton, young Daniel and Martin Crouch are just thinking that let's stay out of trouble and live to fight another day, because Wild Thing very much on top here. Can Wild Thing finish Reactor off, though? And I'll tell you what, Sir Chromalot and the Steel Avenger will be looking on here, because if Wild Thing cannot finish Reactor off, they will have high hopes for later on. but it looks very much as if the Wild
It's not
Thing will
looking good.
progress
Not looking good for the
to the later
Reactor.
stages, because look at Reactor now. A little
I'm
bit
not
of
sure
movement, but nothing more.
Wild Thing
Just backing away. Wild Thing on the attack again. This time a broadside.
is
Turns to attack the rear once again, and look at that
very
shot
good.
from Wild Thing. So much power generated by the two electrical industrial motors. And
Yeah, that's true. On those shows, exactly. Yeah, you know exactly their school and yeah. Yeah, Wild Thing's just sort of nudging it, isn't it?
Robot Wars wedge shape. Dead Metal pushes Reactor away.
That's true, Josie. Those are the good old
Surely there
days.
can't be long left. Wild Thing anticipates victory. Very, very near the flames. Dangerously
Yeah,
so.
it is
Look
well
at
driven. That's
Maddened
true.
Moth. In comes Dead Metal with the circular saw. Now that's not
Okay,
a
there are two seeded robots.
on Reactor's
There are
shell.
two seeded
Steel and
robots,
aluminium as it is.
and only one of
So
them is Sir
Reactor, had it
Chromalot.
been quicker and more punishing on attack, might have gone further. I think it's going to go to the judges, and Wild Thing have failed to finish Reactor off. It will go to the judges. For me, there can be only one winner. Wild Thing will be disappointed with the way it ended.
Well,
There we go.
both robots were still moving at the end, so we've gone for a
Will
judge's
Wild
decision.
Thing be disappointed?
But whilst they make a decision, let's look at some of the highlights of that bruising encounter.
Right from the word go, Wild Thing went on the attack. That was the slam onto the arena sidewall. Now, I don't know whether or not that affected Reactor, whether any of the machinery came apart inside. They didn't have great power. Wild Thing into the CPZ driving.
Wasn't strong, was it,
Into the house
Reactor?
robots, and again, look
Wasn't
at the power
good.
of that shove.
Do they want to have channel
You have
points
to
on
wonder about
Reactor?
Wild Thing's weaponry, because all the damage to Reactor was caused by the
Yes.
house robots.
It's a
Wild
shame.
Thing, for me, by far the most impressive of the two robots, but didn't
Oh, I'm
finish
sorry,
off the
Gumbo.
newcomers, Reactor.
Hello, Mighty.
Well, the judges have made a decision. Remember, it's style, control, aggression and damage. And they've gone for... You nevers. They've gone for Wild Thing! The Reactor in meltdown, really.
Yeah, unfortunately we didn't have enough power. We made a mistake. We changed to a lower gear, and we shouldn't.
does
have. We
look
should have left it at
grumpy.
what it was.
And, you know, it did seem to be...
The Sea of
pushing
Quake can
out.
cheer him
We
up.
just didn't have the power. Next year, we'll be back next year, and we'll make it better and more powerful.
That's what we like to see.
Yeah.
Confidence.
That's
Let's
it. We'll
hear
be
it
back.
for Reactor.
Oh, no, we're going to try. That was a grumpy child, wasn't it?
Are you excited?
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of other tougher robots to come now, you know. I mean, how far do you think you can go on this?
It's grumpy.
I have no idea. Well, we're actually really glad to get this far, but...
It's quite a powerful robot, but there's no real sort of weaponry on it, is there, really?
Well, there's the arm, but which is just mainly for lancing and self-righting us and carrying them across the arena. Maybe it could do that.
Well, good luck. Hope you go as far as you possibly can. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Wild Thing!
Oh, yeah, sorry, guys. Yeah, do we reckon that was a grumpy child?
So I hear it was a tactical error, boy.
Yes, unfortunately we decided to change to a different gear ratio, and it didn't work as well as previously.
With a bit more pulling power and pushing power, but it didn't work
It
out
didn't
that
work.
way, so never
Oh,
mind.
dear.
Regrets?
Wish we had to change the speeds.
And you wanted to get flipped, really, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
We wanted
because
to go over.
It rolls over really well. It comes back self-righting every time. It's a shame it didn't, because it's quite entertaining when it happens.
Yeah.
We'll be back next year, definitely.
Too right, you will.
Our wooden wheels really lasted. Dead Metal's a wuss. He couldn't even saw through them.
Yay, that is fighting talk from the young man. Dead Metal's a wuss, and we'll be back for a grudge match.
Young Daniel, stick to your BMX.
Oh, yeah, keep an eye
Reactor's gone
out
out.
for
Wild Thing go through.
a
Next up, the Steel
69
Avenger
tag on
against Sir Chromalot, Steve Merrill and Dave Whitehead. The
Yeah, I
Soft
can say they
Shuffle.
haven't done anything laddish yet, but the result okay.
Getting ready for war.
Here they are, the Chromettes. Music produced by Dave Cook.
I don't like the
Steve and
Chromettes. Okay,
So
best
they'd like
up
to
past
pass their
TikTok.
thanks on to Dave and the girls for all their hard
Be
work.
prepared a bit more on that. Is this laddie? I don't think this is laddie. I don't think this is sexist either. This is some local like cheerleaders. I don't know if I'm amused a bit. But the Chromalot theme, I think. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Harry. They've not been made to do this, have they? This is.
A lot of hard work has gone into that routine. Thanks to the girls. Nothing routine about the Sir Chromalot side. It's all part of the theatre of Robot Wars. Which brings us, of course, on to the star of their show.
Gentlemen, were these suits really a good idea? It must be a bit hot out here.
It's very hot, very hot.
Yeah, insane choice, right?
I want to have a word with you because you said earlier on, I don't think Sir Chromalot's going to get through. We're going to see how it goes, and here we are.
Did I? I don't think I said that.
You did actually. I heard you whisper it. We're going past, but we're here.
You're here.
It's hard work. We had a lot of repairs to do, but really looking forward to it. Having a great time. Jules is going to see it.
Yeah?
Right.
Are you hot in that suit?
Yeah, I think that's right, Jason.
Very hot.
You'll do well. Good to see you back again.
Yeah,
Whatever happens, please come back to the next wars.
We will do.
Well, I shouldn't say that now, should I? It's a bit early. Well, there's not an obvious tactic against the Chromalot. What are you thinking right now?
House robots, I think, basically.
Shove into the house robots.
I reckon.
Let's get it in the pen. Keep it moving. You've done well so far.
We have, yeah.
Did you take much damage from the melee?
We think it's all superficial. There's nothing structural. It's all on the front.
Yeah, lots of scratches and a few little dings, but not too much.
And the dust is intact?
Yes, and we have a little memento for you as a mascot from Steel Avenger.
All right. We'll pop that in the hair, and I'll be watching from the audience.
Good.
Did feel a little bit sexist, didn't
Sir
it?
Chromalot then with the rotating drill and Cobalt Cutter and Steve Merrill and Dave Whitehead.
Yeah,
And the
giving
Steel
them.
Avenger, now with the third member of the team, Tony Bates, arrived there on the left-hand side, and of course they have their tickling sticks.
She did wear it as an accessory, that's true.
They have the
And she did
weight,
like
they
it,
have the
that's
power,
true, that's
the
true.
two electric motors, and they have that pneumatically powered axe, which we haven't really seen come into play yet, the Steel Avenger.
Although Gomalong's also defended it, Harry, which you've got to admit is a red flag.
That tall frame is actually top heavy, and whether they will be easily toppled. They say it's a streaming as
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
it's right. But I wonder, we'll see. Anyway, the Steel Avenger, we saw the axe there, didn't create any damage. Something's flown off. One of the little flags has flown off Sir Chromalot.
Have we ever seen this Chromalot Streamec work? Or do anything?
So they're a class act. Perhaps it had their sort of crest on it, their coat of arms on it, the sweat pouring off the Sir Chromalot booted and suited team. Sir Chromalot backs away from the Steel Avenger. Down comes the axe, missed.
It's not even at least a Roomba has can hoover up, right? It just wheels around.
Backing away. Sir Chromalot. Let's see if the axe can actually hit.
Gomalong is a good sport, yes. Gomalong I would not tick off Grumpy Child for Gomalong.
The object is you knock the opponent out. You don't take on the arena or the pit. So try now. Yes! Down comes the axe, but it didn't penetrate the American truck wheel hub that protects the actual mechanics of Sir Chromalot. But certainly for me, the Steel Avenger is on top here. Feather duster, oh, look at the sweat pouring off Steve Merrill. He loves his music, his dancing, his jazz. But Steve, get fit, young man. Mind you, that's an enormous pot calling a small kettle black. Sir Chromalot.
What is Jonathan talking about?
Pit, they're calling. They sense
Right.
that the Steel Avenger's victory is nigh. That's a waggling stick.
Okay, it's fucked.
This was their potent weapon, Sir Chromalot. In the pit with a final
There we
waggle.
go.
It's where it belongs.
Another terrible
What a
effort.
weapon. The Steel Avenger through.
The cheerleaders won't be cheering now. Chromalot in the pit. The Steel Avenger goes through.
It's waggling sticks.
All them girls are going to be in tears now.
Yeah, we tried.
What went wrong?
About halfway through, it was losing power, and it just got worse and worse, and it ended up not moving at all.
I think it's the tallest robot we've had in the competition. Do you think that counted against you? Was that extra weight?
Well, I think it was last year we unfortunately got turned over. The last wars, I should say, we got turned over by Big Brother. So this year we put a self-righting mechanism on the top. We didn't actually need that because, as you see, we went in the pits. Yeah. But we really tried hard, and we want to thank the Chromettes for coming with us today.
The other guy's so sad.
Fair enough. Let's hear it for Sir Cromer.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. That guy's so sad, like he thought they'd win.
Hey, it's a very, very attractive robot, yours.
Yeah, thanks.
And you've still got the feather duster. I thought that'd end up in flames.
Well, we just put that on the back to clean up afterwards, you know.
Is that a feather duster or a tickling stick? I'm not quite sure.
It might tickle somebody's fancy, hopefully.
Yeah, you're fighting Wild Thing in the next round. Do you think you stand a chance?
He's a very attractive
robot. Give him a run for his money.
That axe of yours seems quite tough, really.
We had
It
problems
was a Ken Dodd reference, yeah.
working in the last round. But we got through. I think we
Ken Dodd, of course, amusingly 70s.
Really well.
Well, it was working in that fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It was great chuff for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Steel Avenger. Well done, lads.
We're sorry you're out, but have you enjoyed yourself?
We've had a fantastic time. It's been really great.
And you came in some style, and it looks like you're going out in style as well.
He did say, lads, but...
An honour guard waves farewell to Sir
Yeah, I
Cromer.
think, go on, I think I've already crossed off Pre-Prepared bit.
Wild Thing, the number 11 seeds, in round 3.
Right, here's the final.
Alrighty. There comes a time when a robot's life...
I think we can understand why they're prepared a losing bit.
This is that time. It's the third
Yep,
and final
alrighty.
round. Wild Thing have got
Alrighty is do you know what? Alrighty is definitely touching on amusingly 90s for me.
What do they learn from that thumping and bumping?
Alrighty is
As Humphrey went
yeah,
out.
Ace Ventura. That's what I'm
Next
thinking
up, Reactor. Driven against the arena
of. I
side
just
wall,
like Cromer more than Red
damage
Santa
was
hates
caused
Mortis.
there. And the house robots had their fun with Reactor.
I don't know, okay, if it's healthy to, I don't think it's healthy to hate anything more than Bread Santa hates Mortis.
So you've got a serious charging up job to do here on the
Yeah,
batteries.
I don't know, Baldy.
Yeah, they drew a lot of current out the batteries. The motors got nice and hot, so we're just charging them up, make sure they're ready.
Yeah,
to go
everybody
again.
do watch out, there is a
Haven't got
Humphrey
long. It's the
about
Steel
it.
Avenger up next. What are your tactics?
Just smash them straight away.
Oh yeah, your confidence is
Yeah,
growing now,
mate,
isn't it?
it's always a good chance it won't start.
Okay, well good luck to you team. I think you could go a long way.
I'm going to tick off amusingly 90s for Alrighty.
Now we don't think you've really been tested yet. What do you say to that?
I don't know. I think this could be the time to prove what we can do.
This is going to be our toughest battle, I think. So,
Well,
just wait
let's
and
see some action.
We've got a new duster anyway, so hopefully that will help
It's been
us.
specially sharpened.
Oh, the duster's been sharpened, the primary weapon, and I'll be rooting
So
for
if we
you.
lose,
Oh, I haven't,
Alright,
I haven't
get in
ticked
there.
off Grumpy Child, that's true. Was he definitely, do we all think he was a Grumpy Child?
Plenty of
It's the
duster.
reactor
With their
one,
feather
right?
duster, the Steel Avenger team, John Willoughby, the captain in the middle.
I don't
there,
think
the
he was
driver.
quite grumpy enough. He did a little joke about Dead Metal.
And the number 11 seeds with Nick Adams, who owns a remote control model shop, and daughter Isabel and son Jake.
Was Grumpy
Steel
Child trying to be happy? Alright, if
Knocked out in
that's the
second round
consensus,
of
I'm
Series
happy
3
to,
by
I'm
Diotoro.
happy to take it off.
Wild Thing, though, reached the semi-finals in Series 3 before being beaten.
We do have a line, we've got a line. I don't know what that means,
Family
but
team.
we've got one.
Wild Thing
It was
from
at
the right.
least a
Steel
Sour
Avenger
Child,
slower
yeah.
to start. Wild Thing quickly across the arena floor again. Look at that little lance on the front of the lifting arm to prod and skewer the side panels of the Steel Avenger.
I think it
on
might
the attack
be-
again. Those cones on the side of the Steel Avenger actors.
Oh, good point. Good point. I think I've just crossed. Let's not get too excited about the line. I think I've just crossed Pre-Prepared bet off so much that it has gone into the next box. But I think that might be valid.
Away from Sir Killalot. We've seen great driving from Nick Adams in this heat.
But there was so much Pre-Prepared bit. I think that's fair enough.
Willoughby, the driver of the Steel Avenger team. Oh, and down comes the mighty weapon.
Okay, everyone calm down. It's a full slide. I mean, I would say Chromalot do care too much.
Slamming against the house robot on the arena wall.
But only half the team care too much. Only the other guy.
Nudging underneath the Avenger. got a ground clearance of a couple of inches. Now that is quite high for Robot Wars, actually. The Wild Thing's ground clearance,
No.
minimal. At the front, nothing at all.
The
there.
Wild Thing kids, they make the weapon flip up.
More old-fashioned.
But Wild Thing barely has a weapon, so they don't really do anything, do they?
Wild Thing side on. I wonder also if those.
I suppose, yeah, that is true. That's true. If a child, if there was a child firing a weapon, you'd say that's a child soldier, wouldn't you? Oh, hang on, they flipped it. They flipped it.
The Steel Avenger, well, we'll see, because now they're in major trouble.
Can it not self-right?
The Steel Avenger.
It can't self-right.
The right side cone flicks out. There's nothing on the left. The axe can't lift the Steel Avenger.
Yeah, right, they are a child
To
soldier.
see if they've won the heat. Sekiro comes in. I thought all along those side panels could be ripped away. I thought that would be the weak thing on the Steel Avenger. That's the way it's proven. There's the pit descending. They've come a long way via Humphrey, via Sir Chromalot. They've been great fun, the Steel Avenger team, but it ends here and now for them. Wild Thing.
A Wild Thing gets in the little nudge,
It's the
don't they?
last shove, allowed to do so by
Nearly
the
messed it up.
robots. And Wild Thing have won heat end.
Wild Thing.
Did he give the controls to his daughter though? Oh, that's nice.
Through to the series
Let her do the last nudge. Yeah, make it. He's come along, some kind of Harry out.
You were avenged.
We were indeed. They were just too fast for us.
That was right. That's what I was thinking. A very nippy robot, that, isn't it?
Very.
And every time you tried to get your axe on it, it was right behind you.
That's right. Yeah.
Difficult to turn around and get a good shot at it before he was in there.
Why come your robot's so slow?
I wouldn't say it was slow.
Well, I mean, it's much slower than that thing, isn't it?
You geared it down, didn't you?
Well, yeah, the speed is geared down a bit from the last war to try and make it a bit more responsive.
Yeah.
And it just depends who we're up against. And this guy was just a bit too good, I think.
It was fast. Are we having problems steering, or is it easy to handle?
It's not that easy to handle, but I'm getting used to it now. So,
Well, I'm glad the Brexit shirt guys are
He did
right.
quite well. He came a far way. But,
Not really Brexit,
he
it's
didn't
more
quite
the
make it.
Crusades.
Never mind, lads. Steel Avenger. Let's hear it for them. That went well for you, didn't it?
Yeah, they were really good opponents.
Yeah, they are good opponents. I mean, all the robots, when you get this far, are all quite hard, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, your steering was absolutely amazing.
I don't know how come my hands almost slipping off.
Yeah,
I don't know if they are, lads.
Oh, they were very
though.
good. They managed to get an axe blowing. I'd like to see if it made a hole in it. But
Lads can't
they
just
got
be an
into
all-male
the pit in the
team,
end, which,
because that's
we helped
almost
them in.
every
Yeah,
team.
what I loved was that the house robots just lined it all up for you, and you just came with that final little touch into the pit.
Yeah, they made it easy.
Well, you think to the series semi-finals?
Well done, guys.
All the robots get harder from here, though. Bigger, badder, and better. Think you're going to stand a chance?
We hope so.
Yeah, that's what we are.
Okay, then. Well, do
Definitely going to beat them.
you think you're going to win the competition?
Yeah.
That's what I like, a little bit of confidence. Let's hear it for Wild Thing. One of my favourite bands is The Doors, but we'll really light your fire on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
One of my favourite bands was The Doors. Nice. Yeah, exactly. That kid's just always grumpy. I think Tibble met the other team, Harry. Yeah, I don't think they're quite. I don't think they're not quite the right type of caring too much for me. Because I don't think they're that bothered about winning. Chromalot.
Coming next time, the mighty Behemoth on number 6C to reach the
Now
heat
this is a
final
team
of
that
the
cares
series.
too much.
And all the twos, Exterminator 2, seeded 22. Who'll go through?
Nice. Okay. Nobody. Yeah, it's all the twos, Harry. Right, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll come back. We'll get the next heat. That was all the twos, Harry. It was all the twos. It's too late. No, it's just... It did look like there was a walker, didn't there? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to find out in a few minutes. Right. Okay. We're back. I'll be back. Two losers, some twos. Yeah. Right. I'll be back in a minute. Everyone. yourselves a drink, etc. I'm back. Yeah, all the dues. Oh, we need to sort the bingo card out. Just in time for the next episode of Bobot Wars. Right, let's get this back on. I will also pay out the prediction on this one, if I can find it. Oh, someone's got some points here. There we go.
Time is getting tight to book a spot in our second semi-final.
RFC fan Matt.
Stinger are there already joining the Splinter.
Yeah, just watching Robot Wars.
Classic
But you're welcome.
Spawn and Scooter a classic nudge, and Wild Thing nippy and quick. Don't miss a trick from our next Masters of Mechanical Mayhem.
Someone with taste is it? No intro again. Suspicious.
There's always been a couple of things putting me off contact sports. The word contact and the word sport. You see, I'm not exactly the fittest of fellas. I once told a mate of mine that I couldn't jump the hurdles in his back lawn, and then he said they were croquet hoops. Which is why on Robot Wars, we let the robots do all the running round for us. And contact, they can't get enough of it. Let's take a look at who's getting physical this week. Well, we've seen Exterminator 2 before, seeded 22,
Sorry.
we've seen Judge...
Sorry. Can we just fully enjoy the lineup, please? We've got Behemoth, Rambot, Arnold Schwarzenegger with a comma, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Exterminator 2, C22 all the twos, Millennium Bug, and Judge Shred 2. So we've got two different robots named after a character that's been played by Sylvester Stallone. And we've also got one that's just called... We've got one that's called Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then Terminator, which is an Arnold Schwarzenegger character. This is lads. This is pure lads. No, that is true. Yeah, it is very amusingly 90s. Okay, let's meet the road. It does seem to be the Stallone versus Arnie special.
Shred 2 before Millennium Bug and newcomers. So a Rambot, Arnold Terminator against the seeded Behemoth at number 6.
Wired up and fired up. Behemoth team.
I'm sorry,
is
Tough Guy, if you don't know my back
for more
plan.
destruction, of course. They've got 2.5 grams worth of titanium.
No, that's an active URL, right? We know that from a previous. Yeah, Grumpy Child. Team Behemoth.co.uk. That's an active URL. We know that from one of the specials.
For Robot Wars, you could use an old water bucket like this one. This is the Arnold Terminator team.
Oh, I like these guys. They've been on before, right?
It's not very destructive, but it's a start.
Yeah, I do remember that.
They could apparently possibly lift 200 kilograms, but if they lift 100, we think that they'll blow up. And this is Rambot, new to the wars.
So if they lift 100 kilograms, they'll blow up? Oh,
very, very
look at this.
That's because they've got modified Bosch motors in here, which will do the deed.
Look at the Ram.
Clipper, that'll come at you like a punch.
Is that a face or is it a picture of a face?
Titanium padded, so Shunt will have a problem getting
It's
through
certainly
that.
graphic design's my passion. The tug is great.
Will they be Larry
It's
the Lamb?
100% it's this.
Time to unleash the dogs of war.
Harry, that's an important distinction. It's not a face, it's a ram.
Let the wars begin!
Is it canonically the robot's face, or is it just a picture of a face? I think that is an important distinction. It is an active URL, yes.
Lightest in the heat at 73.6 kilos, the lifting mechanism provides the weaponry, can self-right. The chassis comes from a cold water storage tank. Let's hope Arnold...
Yeah, see, Atafki gets me. Atafki gets it.
Now we've seen the English
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it can't be both. Now this robot has a
It's
face.
the first time, though, they've entered a roller and not a walker.
We're Team II. I'm Ian, the team captain. This is my daughter Holly, and this is my son William, and this is our robot.
This is matching outfits.
Terminator.
Arnold has got
And yeah, you're right. That is a bespectacled team.
which also
Correct.
acts as a self-righter. He has got 2 bits of metal here which stick out at the side when the lifter goes up.
so that if it's on his side, he'll be lifted onto his front again.
Arnold Turmega is a water tank, and he's got a mirror surface so he can scare away the other robots.
From Potter's Bar.
Yeah, couldn't quite make out what she said, but she certainly said something.
Lifting devices here. The outer shell is aluminium, the inner titanium for extra protection, and at speeds of 20 miles an hour, as we've heard, this can really ram and slam.
Oh, that's a good question. A good question.
Hello,
Obviously,
my
found
name's
that.
David Johnson. This is Tim Denyer, and this is Warren, and we are Team Challenge, and this is our robot Rambot. At the front, we've got spikes, which we're going to ram into the opposition, and talons on the bottom to hook them. On the back,
They're not even really. Do you know anything about this? It can't even really ram, can it? It's a wedge.
We've got the biggest batteries we could get our hands on and the biggest motors in the business. So we know we're going to do some damage.
That does make sense, Matt. Yes, I probably will do that moving forward.
And number 6 lead, Behemoth.
A mighty machine, heavy at 80 kilos, a titanium shell and bucket scoop.
What did they say, Harry?
And an electric wheelchair gearbox, top speeds of 6 miles an hour, and can be top heavy. You'll see
Good
what I
question,
mean from
didn't
the Series
It's
3
voted in the
heat
business.
final. Pitbull rolled and in
Which
trouble,
business?
but the arena spike toppled Behemoth, and that was it, crashing over. Have they learned a lesson?
Hi.
It's certainly graphic design, okay.
Pritchard, Kane Aston, and Michael Pritchard. This year, this is Behemoth Evolution 3. The strength on the bucket is 300 kilograms, which just gives us good tippability. This year, we've come along with self-riters.
Can we get BE3 in the chat, please?
Get back on our wheels. We've also upgraded the drive for this wars, and it now pulls 1.5 ton, and it's a lot quicker.
Do we think it pulls 1.5 tons? I think one of these names has to count as an awful pun, doesn't it? Oh, they absolutely care too much.
With Anthony Pritchard, 23.
Yeah, that does seem like a bullshit claim, doesn't it?
Kane Aston 2, and Arnold Terminator with Ian English at the controls, and Rambot, of course. Looks good, doesn't it? David Johnson,
doesn't it, Jonathan?
Engineer at the controls.
3, 2, 1, activate.
The Rambot dark horses in this, but it's immediately Arnold Terminator.
No, Rambot.
taking on Behemoth.
Arnold has a face,
Strong with the
right?
bucket scoop.
Arnold has a
Arnold
face.
back on the attack. That's quite lightweight in comparison, giving 7 kilos in that push and shove, tug of war, and almost toppling Behemoth immediately. And this was the danger for Behemoth. We've seen it already.
Oh, Behemoth's in trouble.
Complete the task here. Behemoth in real trouble.
And inexplicably, Arnold Terminator looks quite good.
The scoop though, and Behemoth getting away.
Oh dear. No, it's back. It's back up.
It's Arnold who takes the tumble.
Hello, Bart.
Behemoth using the scoop. Arnold on his side. Rambot with the
You're going to like this team's outfits.
Luckily, Arnold Terminator is okay. Right way up and rolling again. Sergeant
There are children wearing matching mirror ties.
Very quick Rambot, 20 miles an hour. Low centre of gravity, speedy. Look at that underneath.
Also,
Sergeant
so many
Bass with
robots
the
are
wedge
named
shell
after
again.
Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger things in this heat.
Punchy flipper as well, and over goes
Oh
Arnold
dear.
Terminator once
No,
more.
it's back. It can self-right.
Self-righting mechanism, the metal side wings. This is a great back of Behemoth flips Rambot, but they can
Can they
roll
run
either
both
side of
ways?
Rambot. They're okay. It's not a classic self-righting mechanism, but the wheels can roll Rambot either way up.
Oh dear.
Over onto the side goes Arnold. Arnold Terminator. Out come the wings. Rights itself again. Very even, this one.
This is quite even.
Seated number 6 on the attack again with the classic warning yellow and black side stripes and chevrons. Rambot, this time with an attack using the spikes, bashes against the arena wall. Behemoth attacking.
It could just be a coincidence, Brody.
Rambot in underneath Arnold. Behemoth.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd work. That's a face, isn't
This
it?
is great stuff. Just see the winking, blinking eyes of Arnold Terminator.
Jonathan says
Will
they're
those
eyes.
be shut in defeat. Behemoth flipping Rambot. Not a worthy attack, that. Not
That's a
really if it
face.
comes to points to be gained by driving style. Oh, and Behemoth's been punctured on the side by the spikes of
I
Rambot.
really hope Behemoth died.
Rambot coming good. Almost to
Oh,
the end.
no, they've
Attacking
wedged themselves into the
Arnold
edge. I
Terminator
know, they're right,
too.
they're right.
So we've seen aggression from Rambot all the way through.
No, I didn't, Harry. I thought it would be. I thought it might not start, but it actually is pretty good.
Arnold Terminator and from Behemoth, but Behemoth has sustained damage. Under 10 seconds to go. Behemoth on the attack. Will that count in its favour? As the judges will decide.
Oh, it might actually have stopped. Oh no, it's still going. It's still going.
The closest we've ever had, I think.
One of the closest we've ever had. Okay, robot with a face, ticked off.
So our three judges have to decide on
Could get a sore loser here if this goes the wrong way. I don't know who I think's one.
Immediately attacked by Arnold Terminator. But then Arnold taking one or two tumbles. Points knocked off. Self-righting, points gained for control. Rambot rushing around, causing damage, I think. But was it controlled aggression?
Yeah, they are great outfits.
The decision's in. Rambot has been eliminated.
Oh, Rambot's gone.
So how's the team feeling?
We're pretty down, I'm afraid. Loss of the judge's decision. We might not agree with that, but that's life. We live to fight another day.
We were basically too powerful.
Yep, that's right. Yes, we had all the power there, but finding a lot of trouble getting it actually down onto the arena floor there. And so, you know, ended up a little bit out of control, which is a shame.
And ripping up the arena floor.
Yes, we did that as well.
You were basically too good a robot.
Yeah, you were too powerful, guys. You were just too good.
Has to be controlled aggression. Rambot.
They were just too good.
Arnold Terminator through. Judge Shred 2, Millennium Bug, and Exterminator 2 next.
Order in the court. The Judge Shred team is back from Leicester. Judge Shred 2. Horrifically sharp pincer there. It's pneumatically powered. There's the CO2, the fire extinguisher cylinder. They've got a self-writer and a flipper, but it doesn't.
This might be my favourite episode.
You'd heard the last of the Millennium Bug.
What's
It
PPB?
is back with legs on. 8 of them. Walks at the same speed as me. It's got a powerful lifting fork at the front here, so they think. They only put it on this morning and it hasn't been tested.
Oh, what?
The pressure of Robot Wars. Will it walk? Or will it kick
Oh,
the
sorry,
derriere
of course, yeah. Sorry, absolutely is. It absolutely
They've also
is.
got a ferocious-looking axe there. They've got every kind
Yeah,
of
the
metal.
yeah, no, absolutely
The
is.
scrap heat there. Here is padding. This is the fastest robot that I think I've
Oh,
seen.
yeah,
on
sorry,
board.
it's peanut
25
butter
miles an
belly.
hour. That is awesome. And for one of these three, there is a death sentence waiting.
It's so good. Okay, 100% pre-prepared there.
From Norwich.
Matching outfits is getting crossed off again, even though we've already had it. Because that
Therefore allowed to be twice
needs
as heavy as
something.
the rest. The 2,000 RPM rotating disc was inspired by the success of
Of
Hypno
course
Disc
it
in
is.
the
It's
last
crossed
wars.
off. Prove
Will
of
this
it's
be
crossed
a
off.
bugbear for the rest?
Oh yeah, we did have a bullshit claim, that's true.
Williams. I'm the team captain and designer of the Millennium Bug. Our team members are my son Thomas and Andrew Walker.
Millennium Bug is amusingly
Now, we're a
90s,
walking
yes,
robot, and that
100%.
means we can be twice as heavy as the other robots, so we think we've got an excellent chance, and we're hoping to do very well. And
We've definitely seen at least one team
our
that goes
Millennium
too
Bug
much,
special
possibly two.
celebration, just like the footballers do. So chaps, if you join with me, this is the celebration.
From Hereford.
That was an embarrassed child.
22, Exterminator.
Will they exterminate?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, he was grumpy. He was understandably grumpy.
Motors give the power, the shell is
There we
aluminium, and
go.
it's very,
I
very
think that
quick.
is a true line.
Takes a special robot to push panic attack
There we
all the way,
go.
and that's what happened in Series 3.
There we go.
in their
Right, we
heat
can stop the
final,
stream
where
now.
They blew their gas canister and couldn't self-right, and it was the end, but Exterminator are back.
I'm Simon, this is Paul. We have another team member, Marlon. This is our robot Exterminator. Our main weapon
Matt,
is
it's the first time we've had a
axe here, which
line.
we use to impale as many opponents as possible.
Should we fail to use the axe, we may use the self-right mechanism.
Yeah, do we do a thing to
As a
thing to
defense
celebrate?
mechanism, we have the bucket on the front, and should we get flipped, we have a self-right mechanism on the side.
From Colville in Leicestershire, Judge Shred 2.
Back to pass judgment again with a short, sharp shock treatment from the pneumatic axe. It has a wedge to flip and a streamek to self-right. The shell's polycarbonate and alloy. In Series 3, they gave Mr. Punch the old left-right combination, but then they were defeated by Exterminator. So, our judges bear grudges.
I don't remember seeing Judge Shred before.
Hi, we're Team Judge Shred. This is our robot, Judge Shred 2. These are my colleagues, David and Paul.
Okay, my job is to look after the drivetrain, the electronics in here. I'm responsible for the weapons, axe, flipper, both powered by CO2.
Well, they beat them last time. I don't know. There are more teams getting through. That's good.
2.
It may have been. I think it was a close decision, Dibbit, but I think it was. It could conceivably have got it. It wasn't really a bad decision, but it could have gone either way.
3.
I don't think it was a fluke win. It was a close win. It wasn't like someone drove
To see how the Walker gets on here, Millennium Bug.
Right, here's Millennium Bug.
Actually quicker than the Walkers in the last series. Developments have been made. Very interesting. They're up to 4 miles an hour. I know.
Sort of bird, although I did give one in the last episode when they were just firing the weapon. Because Harry quite rightly pointed out that if I saw a child shooting a weapon, I would describe that child as a child soldier, wouldn't I? Well, walkers can have a higher weight limit, I'll tough you. That was the incentive.
Decorative only for Millennium Bug. Look at the great bludgeoning rotating disc at the back. 2,000.
But yeah, but we've never seen a good one.
Another piece of metal comes flying off. And all of a sudden, the thighs on those legs are being exposed.
It is funny.
Hack to hack, Exterminator.
Yeah, kneecaps come
Judge
off.
Shred 2, Exterminator through the flames. And to take on
That's a shit axe, isn't it? That is a bad axe.
Whatsoever there on the shell of Judge Shred 2, the shell polycarbonate and alloy, and at the moment in this particular battle, I'd say Judge Shred 2 is the most impressive, but Exterminator means business now again.
Baldy, it was Quasar, and I left on my own accord.
Shards of metal from the bug. And again, it's Judge Shred 2 to come in. No, he leaves
I feel like shit weapon would just get ticked off every episode, wouldn't it? Someone always has it.
Alone. And it will not be going to the ugly bug ball tonight. Poor old Millennium. Exterminator 2.
Oh dear, oh dear.
They came in with a pincer movement to roll Millennium
Yeah,
Bug.
it's not a grudge match, is it? They're working together.
I can't think there's any way back now.
It was fun.
For the Millennium Bug. Looks like a beetle when turned topsy-turvy. Oh, someone go in and write it. I don't think any controls in the world can rescue Millennium Bug now. At least we won't
And it
see
does look
Rory
funny on
Williams
its back.
and Andrew Walker and the celebration wiggle of the fingers. Let your fingers do the walking. Let your robots
I've said the share of Tokyo matches where kids played Laser Quest. If they were good enough, they got made intergalactic world soldiers.
They're
Nice.
the Judge Shred 2 boys. And Millennium Bug onto the arena floor flipper! Oh, they didn't even bounce right way up. Dead Metal comes in to cut off the scaffolding poles.
That was amazing in 90s, Harry, yes.
Flipped. And a bit of a flop.
It already ticked it off.
The bug's on its back, legs flailing, flipped out of the competition.
Well, it would have been alright if it stayed upright, eh?
It wasn't that amazing when that hydraulic floor came up and flew through the air and sort of
if it landed on its
crashing
feet,
down.
we would
I was
have been
hopeful. I
running
was thinking,
still.
oh, we're going to land on our feet. Anyway, it was good fun, wasn't it?
Yeah. It hasn't been immobilised.
It was so generations
That
where aliens
counts as
are
immobilised. We're definitely out of the competition.
Right,
So,
hey,
there's no
predicting
denying
QAnon.
that.
Someone will know.
You weren't immobilised, are you sure? Millennium Bug, you are a deceased, defunct ex-robot.
It
Exterminator
is funny
2,
for
Judge Shred
Millennium
2
Bug
go
to be a
through.
sore loser there,
The
isn't
seeds
it?
kept the
Oh,
bottom
do we
up
want
against
to?
the Judge Exterminator.
Do you want some channel point predictions? Okay, who do you think is going to win? I feel like someone did win some big points last time. Joe Shred, aye. Oh no, I've messed up. That's a good point. What is that joke? Because it's almost like a James Bond joke, but it's not James Bond, is it? I will try and write the full name in here if there's enough characters. Oh, it's 24. It's 26 characters, and I have a 25 character limit. I'll take one of the G's out. Do I feel bad about doing? But Otavki, it's almost such a bad pun that it's almost not a. It's almost come round to not being a pun. Oh, Judge Shred is a bad pun. That's true. That's true. Not least because it doesn't really have a shredding weapon, does it?
Robots are up and at it. So in the meantime, let's play some pinball.
Something has to be an awful pun, doesn't it? Terminator were very close to lads as well. Keep an eye on that. Oh, we get to see the pinball.
With a wonderful run, 255 points, 3 bots to come in this trial of driving skills and control and pace.
From Durham, seeded number 5,
Yeah, it does sound like it'd be awful, Harry.
Veterans of Robot Wars, experience.
Ah, it's Firestorm.
What will their tactics be?
The, Durham.
Stand by.
Points all over the arena floor, on the side targets, barrels to be struck, bridges to be crossed.
Okay.
Activate.
No,
Quick
Gemini.
points to be gained by those barrels, I would have thought.
Yeah,
they
are all bad.
5 points for each barrel
They are all
knocked over,
bad.
so we've got at least
Oh,
25.
they've driven straight into a spike. That's
Not great driving
not
skills,
great
though.
driving skill,
Bashed
no.
against the arena wall, and now the house robots close in. Can they get
Oh no,
contact with the arena
Oh,
side target? They're
this
too
isn't going
slow
well for
here,
them.
Firestorm. They need more quick points urgently. The multi-ball release, no, they've missed that. Dead Metals close them off. They come back again. Pick the multi-ball option. 10 points for releasing the balls for each ball in the pit. That's another 5 points. Can they touch the 75
That's moving,
there?
they'll hit that.
Firestorm gets 75 points. Lit up. You just saw the car door release. If they can open the car doors,
I think the way they
25
defend the
points.
targets is very
They
inconsistent
seem a
on
little bit
this.
sluggish at the controls, though. Eventually, they open those car doors. Bash into Matilda. Matilda guarding the target. They're trying to get in underneath Matilda now.
Good, it was
Firestorm.
Torchwood that predicted
Good
QAnon,
defensive
thank
work
you.
by Tildy, protecting the 50 points. And
Don't,
not enough
don't think that was a
from
good run. Don't think that
Firestorm
was a
in
good
the
run
end.
from Firestorm. Yeah, poor Shane probably aside.
Well, they'll be disappointed overall. Started off with all those barrels crashing to the deck. So we know they've got 25. Multi-ball release, yes. Another 10. Then they hit the big 75. So a reasonable score. Quite creditable. The door release. But then Matilda blocked them off. In the end, frustration. Alex Mordew and Graham Bone. And Firestorm 2 with 135 points mid-table. Invertebrat and Kilohertz still to come. Gemini at the top of the leaderboard.
Another player falling prey to our pinball pirates. And after that mouthful, let's get back to the wars.
Another player falling
Two
prey to our
seeds survive.
pinball
Exterminator
pirates.
2 face Arnold Terminator. And up against those great sports Judge Shred 2, Bearmoth.
In the pens, Bearmoth,
P.
about to go into
F.
the arena. Now, basically, it's two
P.
scoopers up against each other.
Yeah.
But you've got a smaller target area.
Well, have a look. I don't know if it
well,
does
we've got the
have
width
that.
of the bucket on the front end, so by keeping that to their robot, we should be able to get them over.
And you've got 0 ground clearance on that bucket, haven't you?
Yeah, but basically the bucket actually rides along the grounds. So
you're in with a fighting chance.
We're in a fighting chance, yes.
Good news. The judges are here at the bar. You're quite pleased with yourselves, aren't you, after that melee? Why?
Extremely. We lifted that walking robot.
At the bar is quite a bad pub as well.
You didn't know you could do that,
No.
did you?
Straight on its back.
Now, in this bout that we're about to have,
Yeah, they're
I
not
believe
George
there's
Francis
a quarter
voices.
of a centimetre difference between your ground clearance and theirs with the flippers at the front. So, how are you feeling?
Great. Ours is lower than theirs is, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, but there's more areas for them to come in at you. You've got a bigger surface area of actual bot.
Yeah. Just to have to try and spin it round on itself, stop and getting in at the side. That's the main thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very
Let's
much.
hope you're pleased.
It's a good point, Honda. Yeah, if they do get a close decision, I think that's very controversial.
Roboteers, stand by.
There's Judge Shred 2, the Leicester-based team. Alan Blakeman in the middle, his son Paul on the right. And Behemoth, the Pritchard
And
boys.
Again,
it's Anthony in the middle at
the
the
Behemoth
controls.
guy will really kick off, won't he? They leaves a close decision to the judges.
University. Behemoth, a trundler. Judge Shred 2 is the quicker away.
A trundler?
Indeed, it's just about the quicker robot. Get up to 7 miles an hour. Behemoth,
no.
top speed of 6. Behemoth into the clutches of Dead Metal. Dead Metal drawing Behemoth back into the CPZ. Using great power to get away. There, 2 motors from a wheelchair gearbox powering Behemoth.
Oh dear.
And there's the front scoop in underneath Judge Shred 2. A little lick of flame on the back of Judge Shred 2. Being extinguished though in the
homework,
air of the arena. And toppled. Over go Judge Shred 2. Now can they use?
Did something go on fire there?
Mechanism here. Very
Oh
slowly,
no!
they're trying to get the
What's
axis
going
up
on?
right. Well, they promised the Ellis
Oh
remake,
no!
and I don't think it's an effective one. And we are about to pass sentence on the judges. Well, the court of the Robot Wars arena says you will be taken hence to a place whence from thence you will be pitted by Sir Killalot. Unless very quickly, Judge Shred, you can write yourself.
I like how Jonathan thought he had a good bit then, that he just couldn't remember the thing judges say.
Deliberate the punishment for the judges. Dead Metal clutches Judge Shred. There goes the saw, bash and Killalot in there as well.
Yeah, I think that has to be
Once a
clear
piece of
gone on
action.
fire. I gave it to Scorpion on the last one because he was pretty. He had some pretty clear flames.
And puny in the presence of the house robots. Judges, we have the last laugh. And the full stop to our sentence is nigh for you. Crash from
What's
Shunback
Jonathan doing
in the
now?
soft underbelly.
He's gone wrong,
They
hasn't he?
stolen, borrowed parts for their machine. The judges, 3 holes. Well, the judicial system of Robot Wars sees the
ironic.
scales of justice weighing heavily against the judges. They're out. Behemoth goes through. Cease. Where was the major damage caused for Judge Shred 2? Was it the fire, I wonder, burning out the electrics? We'll have to find out from the pits, but certainly Behemoth flipped them over. You see, there was no power in the self-running mechanism, and then the house robots finally came in for the kill.
It's what it sounded like for the Yeah, it was. That is true, Dimmer. It was a bad judging decision to not have a working tree
Boys are back, and they bounce through. Come on, lads.
and also the puns. Jonathan Pierce, those were bad judging decisions.
I think you suit the wigs. In fact, I want to go with that one.
You can have a go.
Yeah, go on, give me a go with that. Yes.
Nice.
Great pulling that.
Hello. Well, you brought
Craig
some
Charles
sartorial
II.
elegance to proceedings, but unfortunately, that's about all you brought, really.
We want to go to a court appeal.
What happened? I mean, you were flipped over straight away, and
We haven't
your
got-
self-righting
Yeah, they can
mechanism
time.
didn't seem to work, did it?
No. Oh, there is that. But we had 4 motors in it. Because we're overweight, we had to take 2 out. So we haven't got any power, any pushing power.
Shouldn't have been overweight.
Well, there is that.
You've got to go for a lighter material next time.
Yeah,
Will
that's
there be a
right.
next time?
Oh, there certainly will.
Well, we see you then, ladies and gentlemen. Judge Shred. Have that wig back. How you doing? Good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Well, I suppose that went according to plan, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Nicely over.
Well, you've gone very far.
Did you say nicely over?
You've never quite made it to the end.
No, we haven't. Hopefully, 3rd time lucky.
Is this year your year?
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, we'll wait and see. Let's hear it for the Behemoth boys.
Are they
Cheers,
lads?
guys. Well done.
Yeah, nicely over. Is that a lad's thing to say? You think you meant to say overly nice? I think you meant to do it like a Brucey thing.
Behemoth through to the heat final. Out go the judges. Next up,
Nicely
Exterminator
over.
2 against
Overly
Arnold
nice.
Arnold Termenegger. And they create an upset, I wonder.
Taking all the trend. Yeah, that's how bad a pun it
What
is.
happened? The top flipped off, and we lost our kill switch. So once upside down, we've got no power. So
Oh.
it's just dead. It was just 80 kilos of scrap from then on.
Basically, Killalot grabbed us by there, held us in position.
They've got matching
and then
shirts that are
somebody else
under
came
their
and,
judge
started hacking
outfits.
us to pieces. This damage is basically from when it was on its top.
Commitments to
Stuck
bit,
his
isn't
axe through the bottom and went into this lot, and that's mangled it all. So that's why we couldn't do anything.
Unlucky. Okay, what have we got now? We've got
So to our second heat semi-final with Exterminator, Marlon Pritchard, Paul Lewis and Simon Baldwin.
Oh, and
Arnold
Arnold Terminator.
Terminator with Ian Inglis, son William and daughter
It's the
Holly.
Arnie Derby.
Loudwater Combined School in High Wycombe.
It's just a good point. It's a good point, Eddie. It is quite a
Young
formal
William
role,
and Holly,
isn't
the
it?
tactical experts. William, he says, playing also a vital part for this team. He says he makes it look good. Arnold Terminator on the defensive against Exterminator, our number 22 seeds. By far the bigger of the two robots, by far the heavier of the two robots, and very quick
It's even a
Exterminator,
weapons
25
expert.
miles an hour. If you're looking for a dark horse for this series of Robot Wars, well, maybe Exterminator. Who knows, though? This will be a major surprise.
I don't
and
think
shock if
Exterminator
Arnold
is dark
Terminator can
horse.
pull off a victory here. Dead Metal comes out with the claws and the pincers.
Yeah, that is true. Judges
gets
are,
away.
but they need to put a formal.
Exterminator on the attack with the great axe. He can use an interchangeable flipper as well there. Don't forget it has the scoop bucket too. And all the aggression early on from Exterminator against Ian, a project manager by trade. Loves his DIY. It took him 7 years to build the wall at home, by the way. Arnold Terminator has flipped
There you go.
Exterminator. Will this be the surprise? No. Those side spiked 3-net mechanisms came out.
Oh, this be the surprise
A
now.
change this year for Exterminator. That's why they could survive and come back to attack. Arnold once again. Exterminator driving away. That is not
It's good though, isn't it, Arnold? It looks like it. It looks like it won't be.
Marlon Pritchard at the controls, but they come back on the attack again on Arnold. The axe to me doesn't look greatly
No, the axe is
powerful.
awful.
Maybe the scoop weapon is more effective to flip at the front. You just saw
I think it's
lifting up
like it's an
there.
alright engineered
More of a
robot. Like it's quite
scoop
quick
wedged than a bucket.
and it can push,
Coming
but
back on the
its
attack.
axe
Now,
is
Arnold
terrible.
Terminator really showing a very good plucky display here. Arnold. The axe comes down rather flimsily. There's almost like a yapping jaw on the front of Terminator. But
Yeah,
now
it is
you can see the
surprisingly
flashing eyes of
competent, yeah.
Kilot. Terminator getting away. It has a lifter, it has a self
Which of the Arnold Terminator team do you think has added a racist dog whistle to the name? The girl with the mirrored
Come
tie.
to grips with each other. I think Exterminator is in control of this little dance. Seems to be pushing Arnold around.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, the axe comes down. The controls being used to, I think, steer away from trouble and
I
take
think
this
this
to
is
the
probably going to
judges.
go to
It
this is
will
going to
go
go
to a
to
judge's
Exterminator,
decision
isn't it?
to see who needs
Oh,
bear off in the
yeah,
heat
racist
final.
vibes.
For me, it's Exterminator. We'll have to see some action again.
She's
though.
about 8, isn't she?
Well, Marlon Pritchard and the Exterminator team, look at that, thinks it's close. Ian Inglis waits to see the decision. Exterminator first to attack, using the axe.
That is a
Back
shame,
came
Harry, isn't it?
Arnold,
That is a shame.
Arnold Terminator with the flip. So Exterminator had the
Yes,
self-right.
that's
Then look
true.
at this
isn't
drive
it?
into the
Yeah.
CPZ. This could be the decisive moment.
He does have a life jacket, yeah. Yeah, the warning signs were all
The
there.
judge's decision is through based on style, control, damage and aggression. And they've gone for Exterminator!
Yeah, fair enough.
Are you upset about that?
Not too much.
It was very close, wasn't it?
Yeah?
I mean, I wouldn't have liked to call that. I mean, last year you had a walker,
Yeah, we
didn't
brought
you?
Miss Struts along.
Yeah, Miss Struts. But you've come up with a roller this year.
That's
It's a-
right.
And it's a fine one. It was touch and go. Who won that one?
When have they
It's
ever
a lot
been
more
called a
fun for us
roller?
compared to the walkers, because they're so much quicker and much more manoeuvrable.
How much can that lift?
Oh, it's hard to tell. It's safely it can lift around 100 kilos, but you can go far in excess of that. But I think it would make the chassis collapse up to about 600 kilos.
Yeah. Back again next year?
I
Yes.
don't think it's
walker or
right,
a
Johnny
roller?
Bryan.
We have a
Yeah, wet chin.
plans for a
Wet chin off.
Master Struts.
Steve
and
Pemberton
we're still
ticked
keen
off.
on the rollers as well.
Brilliant. We'll love to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, Arnold!
She's not all right,
It was a good
right?
fight. They were quite. It was quite close, wasn't it?
It was.
I tell you what, though, lads, you've got Behemoth.
Oh, Tafty, we get ticked off every time.
Tell us about it.
And they're a tough robot.
We haven't worked out what we're going to do yet.
No strategy yet.
Not yet.
I reckon fingers crossed, lads, fingers crossed.
Everything crossed.
Let's hear it for Exterminator!
Yeah, look at that.
Cheers, guys.
It's Sean Bean, but the girl from the Arnold Schwarzenegger team has drawn Sean Bean from memory.
Final. Behemoth against Exterminator 2. This is going to be a very tough, tight battle, I think.
Tough battle.
Now, I felt very protective over your robot out there.
That's nice to hear.
Because I saw it, and first of all I thought, well, it's not going to be up to much. And then it just carried on,
Yeah,
got better and better, and just impressed me so much by the end. I
Well, that's a
felt actually
terrifying
quite
look, isn't it?
maternal towards it.
Okay.
Now, what are you gutted?
Not quite sure.
Not sure. It's not fair, is it, really, though?
Nah.
I think you had the much better robot. They won. They were brute force and ignorance, really.
They were less subtle than we were, and we lost out because we didn't have enough control over the robot.
Well, I have to say, it's wonderful to have a robot like yours, where you really don't know what to expect. And it's just brilliant to watch.
Was it Josie?
Brilliant entertainment.
I suppose they talked about the battle, right? That's not a man.
It's actually carried on working.
I know, it's fairly mashed, isn't it? That would be fair to say, wouldn't it?
The lifters got quite severely.
Yeah, I'm happy to trust Josie on Bestel.
Flipped him over a second time because they actually hit it so hard and we couldn't actually get it low enough to get under it.
Possibly welding, Roz. Maybe he's been welding.
Back next wars with a walker, but we loved it.
But Jules, what's going on here in the pits with the Exterminator?
Oh no, give us some jeopardy.
Real problems here for the Heat finalists.
Have we got on fire? I know. Oh dear.
We've changed over the control on it for a flipper lock instead of an axe. So we've got to invert it back again.
Oh, this isn't even.
At the last minute.
This is. I mean, it absolutely is. It absolutely is pretend jeopardy.
Exterminator 2 are number 22 seeds against Behemoth and number 6 from Hemel Hempstead.
But like it. I mean, it was literally a very small issue they're definitely going to fix.
Taking on Arnold Terminator, but together with Arnold defeating Rambot. Then the mighty victory against Judge Shred 2. Meanwhile, Exterminator, with the Judge, were beating Millennium Bug.
Yeah, exactly, Harry, yeah.
Was in the end toppled.
So they said they switched the weapon over and just a thing was loose.
Arnold Terminator.
That must happen all the time.
Decision.
Marlon, come and tell us about the problem that you've just been having.
Well, to take on Behemoth, we've changed over to our flipper device. We
Probably
found we had an
useless
air leak
axe.
to reverse the cylinder. And so we've had to change the configuration back a bit at the last minute, desperately to fix the air leak. But the flipper is going, and we're ready to take them on.
I noticed you were very nippy in the last battle.
Yeah.
Do you think possibly a little bit
And
too
all of the
nippy?
last series,
Down
I
a
think.
gear, get a bit more control.
That.
We're going to try and get a bit more control, a bit slower in this one, a bit more tactical of a fight.
So Exterminator have made some tactical changes for fighting Behemoth.
Yes,
You've made it to the Heat finals in the last 2 wars. Please beat them. We want to see you at the series semis.
I'm happy to not see you at the series semis if it's
Every year
alright.
we try. Yeah, we do. So hopefully this is our year again, as it was in Series 2.
And have you caught sight of their flipper?
We have, but it's only very narrow, so
exactly
the chances of getting onto us are less than they are with us.
So you're quite confident, really, aren't you?
He's wrong, isn't he? That
On you go, lads.
you can be flipped by a
Just
narrow
one
flipper.
thing stands
What's he
between our
talking
two
about?
robots now and the series semi-finals.
Because his flipper's
And that's each
wider,
other.
they're going
It's
to win.
the third and final round.
Roboteers.
Yeah, exactly.
From Hereford and
Certainly a bad decision,
22,
Hondo.
Exterminator.
Marlon Pritchard, Paul Lewis, Simon Baldwin, the Exterminator team.
From Hemel
Is it Child
Hempstead and
Soldier?
number 6 seed, Behemoth.
Kane Aston, Anthony Pritchard, and his brother Michael there on the right, the Behemoth team.
Yeah, maybe it is, yeah. Yeah, the wider the flipper, the wider the flip.
Both
That
these
is what they just
machines
said,
reaching a
yeah.
heat final for the second series running.
I mean, he is a...
Let's see
yeah.
if the Exterminator flipper is working.
Oh.
Behemoth the middle, he turns him up and over. Well,
There
it
we
is
go.
working, the flipper, because it's acted almost
Oh, there
as
we
a
go,
streamer.
that's fine.
With, of course,
Oh,
the help
it
from the
does
side
seem to not
spikes
be
as well,
running.
but the initial plunge
That's bad, isn't
and
it?
attack was
It's almost
taken
like
by
we knew
Behemoth
this would
from the
happen
Atlantic
because of the
scope.
filler, but...
Behemoth is the bigger of the two robots, slightly the heavier and certainly the more aggressive. And I think Anthony and Michael showed great control, really steering Behemoth around the arena floor. Exterminator rocks and rolls. Marlon Pritchard at the controls, now on the attack. But Behemoth, sturdy.
Yeah,
heavy,
sort of
too
near
strong.
London.
They try and flick Behemoth up.
The wider flipper is doing it. No, hang on, Anthony.
Pushing it into the CPZ. Shunt can come out on the attack, using its own scoop. Behemoth, head-to-head there with Exterminator. Slam and bam, 160 kilos met there in the two robots with a frontal attack.
But he's still getting flipped up by the small flipper. It's nothing to do with it being
Behemoth up and over, trying to tag it there. On the side
shot
spike
strong.
of Behemoth,
They're coming back into it, coming back into it.
Started the strongest.
Come on,
Exterminator's come back very well,
Exterminator.
and I would guess is now
Yeah,
on
just
top
stay there.
in this heat final. Trying to use the side spikes to
That is quite lads. That is quite lads. Yeah, it is lads to boast about the size of the width of your flipper.
We'll have to dodge the arena floor flipper. Dangerously near that flipper there, Behemoth. They size each other up. Back away. Exterminator.
What are they running away for?
Behemoth. Out comes Dead Metal trying to grasp Behemoth. Very much now Exterminator on top and on the attack.
Yeah, they've gone.
Trying to get in underneath Behemoth.
They're fucking it, aren't they?
25 millimeters on Behemoth. Only 15 millimeters on Exterminator.
Crouching man.
That's the Exterminator.
Who had a
team.
crouching man?
Can Behemoth come back in? I think at the moment they're struggling. The number
They are struggling, aren't they?
From here, it's Exterminator on top.
They started
Seeded
strong.
22. Will the Behemoth boys suffer disappointment in another hit?
Yes, that is a good point, Andy. Yeah. Also, hello.
Spike did them last time around. Behemoth again, looking as if they're in trouble.
Oh, get ready to tick off sore losers.
It'll go to the judges. Well, I think Exterminator, Marlon, Paul, and Simon have it. And the Pritchard boys and Kane Aston will be disappointed, but it's up to those judges, of course. Judging on style, control,
You've
damage and
already
aggression.
ticked
The
off
early
losers,
aggression from Behemoth, certainly. And again there. So points tallying up for Behemoth. Good style by Exterminator to start right. And then in the closing stages, they really were aggressive. Not a great deal of damage caused.
No, no one really did any damage, did they, to be fair? Yeah, this has been a big bingo
made
episode.
their decision. Remember, lads, it's based on style, control, damage and aggression. Behemoth, the 6 seeds are out.
Oh! I'm a big fan of the way he's done that to really upset the guy that will already be upset.
One of my favourite robots. It looked like it was all over in the first 2 seconds. I mean, you flipped him, but his self-righter worked really well, didn't
Yeah, it did. It brought him back, so...
Remember, Behemoth did upset the judges in the last round.
There's a right way, a wrong way, and a Behemoth way. And basically, Behemoth way is the wrong way.
Well, you seem to be sort of...
What's
just
he
stuck in
saying?
going in a line. It's like you couldn't change and turn.
From the last round, we had to change cog inside the gearbox because it was slipping.
Yeah.
And I think it's done it again. So...
And what was your... You didn't seem to get your shovel working like you used to have it working.
It was working fine, but we didn't use it because we wasn't on them. So, you know, it's only any use if they're on front.
Watch out!
But
Yeah, I mean, you put them right over
After the
first.
drive, really,
It was
all right
slippy.
for a little bit. It got worse and worse, and then
Yeah, it was too wide.
So we had basically no drive on one side.
It was a war of attrition
Yeah,
after that.
Girth failed
I'll tell you
him.
what, though, you're always flatter to deceive. Are you going to come back and win this
I'm
competition
going to
one
tick
day?
off lads, because they certainly think they're
One
lads.
day.
I hope so. You're great competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Behemoth!
Yeah,
Were you nervous?
I was a bit nerve-wracking waiting for that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's self-writer.
Thank you, Matt. Yeah.
When we had it last year, we didn't get a chance to use it, so it's proved its worth this year.
I tell you what, I mean, they were 2 similarly shaped robots. I mean, and they are quite strong. Their shovel's really strong. Were you nervous coming into the bout?
Yeah, we weren't sure what was going to happen because we haven't used the flip mechanism on ours before.
Yeah.
So we weren't sure if that was going to be strong enough to flip them. So it was all cross fingers, cross toes, and hope for the best.
You're through to
What
the
a tribute
series
that would be,
semi-finals.
Phil Bridgegate.
You've knocked out the 6th seed, one of the best robots. Do you think you can go all the way?
Who knows? Can give it a try, innit?
I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Exterminator!
Well done, Exterminator.
It's the show that Alice Cooper ignores. He can't do heavy metal like Robot was. Bye-bye.
It's the show that Alice Cooper ignores. That one is quite good, yeah. Yeah, I liked it. He's not Artafki. If you were listening to the poem carefully, he's not heavy metal like Robot Wars. Yeah, look, we're all disappointed we didn't see any races.
The champions of the second series, Overkill and Smithy, also back to fight again. And fighting against Sawpoint and Oblivion 2, Agrabot 2, seeded 20, another Wars veteran. They slice past Razor in Series 3. Should be a close shave. Building robots is dangerous and shouldn't be attempted without great care. To receive our safety guidelines, you must first join the Robot Wars Club.
Do we have time?
Send a check or postal order for
Do you know what we do?
to Robot Wars,
I reckon we can do a third episode.
Members will also receive a badge, video, and club
I think we
magazine.
can do a third
if you build a
episode.
qualifying robot, your membership fee will be refunded. For more
I
information,
don't
call
hate
our
the
hotline.
Robot Wars URL. I do find it very difficult to tell what anyone's saying without subtitles. Exactly. Thank you, Harry Hardy. Don't really sign up for the. Stop signing up for the Robot Wars Club. Oh, it's not. It's not active. That's a shame. That is a shame. That is a shame. This will be the first episodes we've seen with the MM1 Roman numeral. That's a shame, Otafki. But as I've said, if anyone does build a qualifying robot for Series 5 of Robot Wars, I will refund your sub. Yeah, I'd say he's glam rock. He's not really heavy metal, is he, Josie? Oh boy, I fucked up the subtitles on the footy. Something spectacular earlier. That's a shame. That's a shame. You did like it. Instead of goal, you wrote try or something. Touchdown. And it was just a corner. Right, I'm gonna take a break. I'll come back. We'll do a third episode. Yeah, that must be tough, Harry, because they talk far too fast. They're not always talking clearly, and often the things they are saying are complete shit. It must be very difficult to subtitle. Right, I'll be back in a minute, and we'll watch a third episode. I think we've got time. Oh yeah, that is. I'm not doxing. Well, I'm not doxing. Harry talks about himself. Harry does subtitles. That's Harry's job. It's not really Is it doxing to say what your job is? I think it's a good job. I think it's it's important, isn't it? It's not doxing. I mean, I said doxing, didn't I? Right, I'll be back in a minute. Right, well, I don't think Harry's the only person in the world that does subtitles. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, hang on, I will. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Harry, if you just want to pop your full address in the chat, that'll be great. fix the bingo card. Yeah, I used to have the same. I had the same thing with not being able to read, because of my job, which was similarly kind of tediously reading. Right, okay, let's watch another episode. That is sad. I don't think it's doxing to know someone's job. Right, new episode. Oh, 2 heats left. Oh fuck! You're right. You are right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You can't hear. You can't hear this. You can't hear this. Oh God! Is this my job? Oh yeah, that does feel like a dox. Please re-speak. You can hear me. You can hear me. Oh, okay, right. Let's start the episode. Right, okay, you should be able to hear this now.
Just 2 places to fill in our second semi-final to meet the likes of Mouse.
Yeah, that's what I should do. Leave it on mute.
There. Wild thing as well. Can anyone control and beat that? And from the last seat, battling their way through, Exterminator 2 finally beating the seeded Mighty Behemoth. So let's have more
the Mighty Behemoth.
Penetrating punishment.
Right, gotta bring the card. We're ready.
There's many unexplained phenomena in the world, like poltergeists. They're the ones who throw crockery across the room. In fact, I think I married one. Or there's the Bermuda Triangle, the only place you can wear big, brightly coloured shorts and not look like an idiot. But most bizarre of all is Robot Wars. Why do so many people tune in to watch 6 remote-controlled wheelie things senselessly bash each other out? Maybe because it's bloomin' good fun. So, who's explaining all this week?
As usual, Craig, the seeds kept apart. Agrabot 2, number 20 against newcomers Shawpoint and Oblivion, and a very good machine, number 4 seeds Panic Attack against Spidsy, back again as our Overkill GTI. They're now with Jules in the pits.
Overkill GTI.
Colour Bermuda's shorts. What a shame.
In the pits, we have 3 ferocious-looking robots for the melees. Overkill, GTI, zooped out.
Oh, graphic design straight away.
It's ferocious. It's a wedge. It'll do what a wedge does, and it's bulletproof. Here we have another team. Sorry, mate, I didn't see you. That's the name of the team. Sorry, mate, I didn't see you. In leather, in keeping with the bikers. Now, they met on the internet. That's when they decided to build the robot. And we have some gnashing, ferocious jaws at the front there, apparently.
It is a bad pun, isn't it?
That's gas main. We picked it when they're digging up the roads. They don't want to put pickaxes through the pipes. We figured they wouldn't put pickaxes through the side of the robot.
Well, let's hope
not. To call his wife a ghost.
Oh, yesterday we did 70 miles an hour.
70 miles?
On the motorway.
Get out of here. And the Panic Attack team, I don't think we really even need to introduce them. We know exactly who they are. The winners of the second wars, an awesome robot, but
we'll
did go out to Firestorm in the third, so potentially a grudge match there, we think.
Possibly, yeah. We'll have to sort that one out. Our driving's a lot better now, so they can look out if we need them.
Good. Well, let's get them through the melee first, and for one, well is told.
That was quite laddie, wasn't it, Diver?
Talk, but can they walk
that
the
was
war?
Quite laddie.
Let the wars begin.
What for Spidsy? Is Spidsy even a pun?
And seed number 4, Panic Attack.
Don't panic! This is a sturdy machine protected by bulletproof fiberglass and at 80.6 kilos, the heaviest in the heat. No blades or knives.
Oh, that is true. That is true. No. But Julia, the joke that Julia did was a bad pun.
Of the second series, but in the third
I'm happy to go on.
Cutter and Exterminator and look good until Firestorm beat them in the semis.
I don't think it was a pun. And then she walks into the guy. Yeah. I'm happy to give it for that.
And this is Christian, and this is our robot Panic Attack. We're back from the previous wars with a new chassis. We have skirts to stop other robots getting underneath. We have our self-righting mechanism. We have our weapon, which is very powerful. We've done it before, and we're going to do it again.
From Western Supermare, Overkill GTI line.
From Western
Goes into
Supermare.
overdrive with the power from Caravan winch motors protected.
It is early for me to go on the internet, yeah.
Overalls
Hello,
to the
Rick.
same specs as nuclear power
Is that a
stations
dead
in
URL? That's a
space
shame.
travel. Get into orbit in Series 3? No, they didn't even get past the first round. 101 were too destructive for
James
Overkill.
Young.
Now they're GTI, can they go one step further?
My name's Lawrence, this is Laurie, and this is James, and this is Overkill. From the last wars, we had a weapon which was a petrol chainsaw. This year, we have pneumatic rams, 2 of, which combined give 7,500 newtons. This should be enough to throw another.
Is it an active URL, Harry?
From Maidstone in Kent, Smithy.
I hope Harry's not
The
set
name
me up
means,
for
sorry
this.
mate, I didn't see you. The power from 2 motors, the wheels from go-karts, the jaw weapon is operated
It's
by a
not.
luxury
It doesn't go to the
actuator.
Panic Attack
In the last
website,
series,
though,
they had
unfortunately,
radio
does it?
signal problems. That meant they went out to Ratus. Despite looking good, promising, it was the end for
I'm not
Smithy.
sure. I don't think that counts.
Hi, I'm Mike from Team Ixion. This is Robin and Andy and his Smidsy. Upgraded from the last war, we've got titanium side panels instead
Yeah,
of
exactly.
aluminium.
It just-
We've lowered the gearing so it'll steer better. The jaw motors are powerful enough to lift another robot up while we're pushing along. We can run right way up or upside down. We've got spikes on the back to do extra damage. Called Smidsy. Sorry mate, I didn't see you. If you're a biker or a cyclist, you'll know exactly what that means.
Anyone here a biker or a cyclist?
Roboteers, stand by.
Overkill, GTI, Laurie Burke with the fair hair and James Yule at the controls. Laurie's dad, Lawrence, watching on from the audience. Smidsy. The
Hang on,
internet team
Ataki,
there
what
at
are you
controls,
what are you
Bennett
pleading with me
glasses
about?
and Panic Attack with Kim Davis.
Oh, the spiky hair was
Very good
amusing in the
driver,
90s.
the
Yeah,
two
right.
boys, Michael
Yeah,
Davis, his
yeah,
son,
happy with
Christian
that.
Bridge.
That is amusing in the 90s.
Young Christian actually won a competition to take part in the Panic Attack team and nudged there on Overkill immediately from the front lifting forks. We've seen them before in the wars. Now on the attack on Overkill again was Smidsy, and look at the damage caused here to the arena floor. A great chunk taken out. Please replace your divots, Overkill GTI. Trying to get back in favour with the judges on the
Replace your
attack on Panic
divots.
Attack and also on Smidsy. Don't forget Smidsy can run upside down. Panic Attack wedging Overkill against the
stuck on the
side
spike.
now. That's a good attack by Panic Attack. As I said before, Kim Davis is one of the most respected drivers in the wars. Here he is.
One of the war's
nudging
most respected
Smidsy. Overkill
drivers.
still wedged on the arena wall. In comes Matilda. Overkill going nowhere at this moment in time. Lifted up by Panic Attack.
I assume so, JC. Yeah, but like on S4C.
Overkill a little bit fortunate to get away. Still alive, Smithy meeting the sandwich there.
Oh.
And flicked over.
And that's an alright flipper on Overkill. Did they actually flip something?
Overkill. And don't forget, they are inflammable, they tell us. The motor's rewound with Teflon and Nomex insulation. Overkill trying to use its Streamec on the arena sidewall.
Yeah, it's to this substantial TV
Sure
channel.
if they can for all the insulation. They're stuck, aren't they? Panic Attack, a little nudge. Down comes Overkill. Wee bit fortunate to get away there. From the controls, the bearded.
And it wouldn't
Mike
quite be on
Reed
S4C then. It would be on.
Overkill onto the arena wall and dead metal coming in. And
No, I don't know what a more regional version of that would be.
Onto Overkill GTI. Panic Carbonate and steel body at the moment withstanding that pressure.
Yeah,
Smithy pushes
good points.
away.
Ataki,
Panic Attack, where they simply reverse him to come in with another slam on Smithy. Panic Attack doing all the
Overkill
aggressive
are
work
looking
here.
in trouble
If
here,
you
I
had
think.
to pick the most troubled robot of these three. I'd go for Overkill.
Did they? Is that true? That's
They're being pushed
interesting.
against the arena wall right now, down towards the CPZ, the corner patrol zone. Don't forget that's where the house robots live. You go in there, they can attack you. And that's Killalot nearly attacking Smithy again. Overkill is one of those times.
Yeah, I think that's true, Andy. Yeah, they're jolly losers.
Call out one of the
Oh,
rescue
no, this was
services.
jolly
You're
winners.
going to need them. Panic
Yeah,
attack.
they're perfectly happy with
Tug
that
of
one.
war with Smithy. They've been impressive so far with Robin Bennett, a controller, computer programmer at those
They always
controls.
seem slightly embarrassed to have won, I think,
Panic
Andy.
just away from Sergeant Bash, away from the arena wall, and that's the first time we've seen the Smithy jaws operated, and it goes to the judges. Very close for all three teams. There they are.
Oh, is the Smithy guy in a wheelchair and the driving box isn't accessible?
Control, damage and aggression. What clues have you got? Well, that's Overkill being slammed against the arena wall.
Yeah, I think you're
Smithy
probably
using
right,
the jaws
Yours.
very late on. Gonna be close, isn't it?
Well, the judgment's in, and it's over and out for Overkill.
Yeah, there you go. Overkill's gone. Probably fair enough.
Well, you
I
lost
don't
to a
know
pretty worthy
Techwin
opponent.
E-Tractor.
The winner of the second wars.
Yeah, very good team. We couldn't lose one better.
Well, they're still quite gutting though, isn't it?
Well, there you go. The Kim's a great guy, and you know, both good teams.
But lovely kids. Are you gutted?
Yeah, box isn't
Marginally
accessible.
gutted, yeah, I was hoping for better, but you know, they were a good team, good robot. You know.
And any changes for next wars?
Haven't really talked about it yet.
Well, I think you should be. You haven't got long. These things take years to build.
Why is Roadrunner on there like it's an ice cream van? The slightly off
Oh,
Roadrunner.
but you've been a great team. We've enjoyed having you here. See you next wars.
Thanks.
Well, you always had a sense, though, that it would be over and out for Overkill. Smithy and Panic Attack go through. Next up, Oblivion and
No, I don't
against
think
number
just having the
26.
same colour shirt.
Ready to bust some
Oh,
moves
that
in
was
the
a-
melee. We have
that was a bad,
AGoodPete's.
that was a
Powered
bad
by two
cut, wasn't
wheelchair
it?
motors here. My favourite thing about it is the crossbow-powered Zonka, which does that.
A Zonka.
It's cross. Moving on. We have
The
Oblivion.
judges
totally
were matching
oblivious to
outfits, aren't
pain.
they?
Titanium, aerospace grade aluminium. It's pretty impressive. They've got a massive chopper. And powered by two Sinclair C5 motors. Hope they have more luck than Sir Clive.
Yes, lads.
And headed up by Steve here, our private investigator, who's the driver, but he should really be the tactician, don't you think?
Well.
We have Saw Point, and it will be for
Private
some,
investigator.
because these here are just the wheels. The real damage is caused by the harpoon here. It splits and twists, and there will be wailing in the arena.
From Dorking and seeded number 20, AGoodPete's.
Three
There was
brothers
a kind of
built
large
this
joke.
using steel aluminium alloy off a skip, two electric wheelchair motors again, and the secret weapon, the hydraulic Zonka, a crossbow which punches
Yeah,
holes
if
in
I'm on
anything.
a okay, Josie, that's the deal. If I get this on S4C, you can be the
Last
warden.
Wars, defeating highly fancied Razor in astonishing style. Razor thought they'd won, but they got stuck in the pirouette of delight.
I'm Peter. This is Bob. This is John. We're the
Yes,
Lynch
AGoodPete's
brothers.
definitely
This
has a
is
face.
AGoodPete's 2, the product of 9 months' hard work since the end of
I
the
don't
last
think they
wars.
would, Terry, no.
It's got a lifting nose and a spike at the back end.
Not least because
which inflicts
I
damage.
bet it's not
like
Welsh. Not
20mm
Welsh, is
bullet
it?
holes.
This is what we're here for, to do damage, serious damage to other robots. Nothing
No,
else but.
I think that might be one of the issues.
School of titanium, dural, and polycarbonate. The drive motors come from a C5, the armour
It's
from
got the
aerospace
wrap.
materials, and the electric axe can send anything to oblivion.
Hi, we're Team Trinity, and this is our robot Oblivion. It's four-wheel drive, as you can see, and it's got two Sinclair C5 motors driving the robot. Our main weapon is this.
Yeah,
big
good
axe,
fun, good
Which
fun.
is powered by a seriously large motor. We're producing serious damage with that. So, what can I say? The house robots better watch out.
From Burnham-on-Crouch in Essex, Saw
These are
Point.
sort of wacky racers looking
The
guys.
front
There.
line of robot wars in this heat, wheelchair motor powered, made from mild steel and polycarbonate. The weapons
Is a
are ramming
long axe
spikes,
like a
no
wide
bow, and
flipper,
those
Andy? Is it more
short
powerful?
blades.
Hello, my name's Steve, and this is my team member Damien, and this is our machine Saw Point. Controversial design.
I think that must
large
be it,
60
Bird,
centimetre
yeah.
saw
And
blades,
it was a robot.
We've got a front impaling spike, and we've also got a rear ram. The whole machine works upside down as well, so if we get flipped over, basically it doesn't really affect us. Yeah, very mean machine.
Very mean machine.
Roboteers, stand by.
Saw point is a bad pun, yes. It is funny to have saws for
With the
wheels.
Leach brothers at the controls. That's Peter Leach at the left-hand side, and Saw Point.
Oh, we've already got pun. This has been a pun-heavy episode.
On the left, and Oblivion 2 from Wallington in Surrey, with the Belendran
None
family.
of graphic design on the
There's
font.
Dad Sapar on the right.
2, 1.
Oblivion 2 test their robot on the street. The neighbours have complained about the noise. Oblivion 2 under attack immediately from Saw Point. Wonderful wheels, great creation. Oh, hey, a bit wobbly though. Oblivion 2 going nowhere.
It is funny that just as Jonathan was saying what a great design it was, it basically destroyed itself.
Well, it's been a chariot race in an old Hollywood matinee. Here they come between Agrabot and Oblivion.
Yeah, it does look a bit like Oblivion's not started, doesn't it?
Hurdle race. Super stuff, Saw Point. I hope they go all the way.
Yeah, I hope they go
Agrabot
all
on
the
the
way.
attack. Saw Point driving in on dead metal. That's Sergeant
The axe
Oblivion
moved,
2
didn't it?
seems to be immobilised right from the start here. The Belendran
But I don't
team.
think it did. I think the axe moved, Harry, but I'm not sure the robot moved. Not under its own power. I'm not sure they did, Harry. Not of its own power, anyway. I think it might have been pushed. And it's about to have its axe chopped.
Agrabot here against the circular saw blade.
You can rewind, yeah, you can
See
rewind.
that out of the front there? And Sapphire, their dad, seems to be embedded as up point.
Okay, let's see. Does Oblivion move at all?
Family. There's Dad Sapphire on
Because
the right.
yeah, because Harry's right. If it moves and then it gets hit, yeah, completely pointless, Buzz.
Oblivion 2 test their robot on the street.
Oh no, it moved. It did move.
About the noise.
It did move. It just instantly. It just got broke when it crashed. Yeah, no, it definitely did move.
Oblivion 2 going nowhere.
It just instantly broke when it hit something, which does feel like an error, like a design
What are
issue.
they doing? On those blades, they're all over the place. Well, it's been a chariot
Yeah,
race.
yeah,
old
yeah.
Hollywood
Yes, check
matinee.
over.
Here they come between Agrabot and Oblivion. Great competitors, up and over, hurdle
Yeah,
race.
the saw wheels
Saw
are
Point. I hope they
shit.
go all the way. Agrabot on the attack. Saw Point driving in on dead metal. That's Sergeant Bash. Oblivion 2 seems to be immobilised right from the start here. The Belendran
Well, it did
team.
move. It just broke as soon as it hit something.
And Sapphire, their dad, a business stationer, and they're rather stationary, aren't they, Oblivion? This is Agrabot under pressure from Saw Point. Oh dear! Agrabot here against the circular saw blades. There's a little spike. You see that out of the front there of Agrabot? The captive crossbow hydraulic zonker. But this
Zonker.
is not what Oblivion 2 wants to see, because Killalot has it at its mercy, flings it, discards it across the arena.
Well, I did double check. I think I took it pretty seriously.
After so much work, and now Dead Metal comes in with a circular saw. Oh, look at that slicing through. And Saw Point from the wobbly start has pushed Agrabot 2 into CPZ. It's all over, of course, for Oblivion 2. A little bit tattered and tarnished. The house robots come in for their play. There's the pit. We know that's descended. And look at circular saws. Saw Point weapons there on Agrabot, but Oblivion 2 down the pit any moment now. I wonder if they can retain their weaponry. This is Agrabot, little nudge of the head. They know they're safe. The whole head is hydraulic. There's the axe of Oblivion 2, which never came into play.
Yeah, it's not been a good one for the bingo, this one, not after the last one.
Built at
I
Trinity
don't think I missed
School in
anything, either, I think.
Croydon and beaten by our own Trinity of House robots, the Belendran boys. Agrabot 2 looked convincing. Not too sure about those Saw Point boys, though.
Oblivion obliterated. Agrabot and Saw Point go through.
Oh, my
Oblivion
max.
team, but it's
Yeah.
Agrabot 2 and Saw Point who go
Right,
through.
okay,
With
should we
Panic
give a
Attack and
prediction?
Smitty. The seeds kept
Okay,
apart
I'll
in the
start
next
the
round. The attack
prediction.
meets Saw Point and Agrabot 2. They're against Smidsy.
So luck wasn't on your side.
No, unfortunately, when we
Where's
hit
that
swing point,
from?
the front of the rowboat got bent,
Agobot,
which
Sword
meant
Point,
that it
Panic
lifted our
Attack,
wheels off the floor
Smidsy.
and
Yeah.
we couldn't move.
What about some more ground clearance for the next wars?
Yeah, it would be a good idea. It's just there's a really fine tolerance because you saw last year
Make
KLC
your
won
axe
by flipping
wider.
people over, and so we thought we could overcome that this year by having a very low ground clearance, but it didn't work for us this year.
You do need luck in Robot Wars. It's
Yeah.
not all about tactics.
Obviously, and our axe was working as well until Sword Point managed to chop that off as well, as you can see here.
Yeah. So you wouldn't work from the transmitter.
No.
What can I say?
Nothing.
Back for
Just
more
some
next
to move
war.
on, yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, for our surviving robots, it's time for some contemplation. But I want devastation. It's our Pinball Warrior Tournament. Craig, time is getting short. Only two robots
only
to
two
go
left.
to depose Gemini from the top of our leaderboard. 255 points, a mighty score, though. But let's give our penultimate challenges a go.
From Woking in Surrey.
Do we think Invertebrate are going to beat?
Test of drivers' skill, control,
Are going to beat Gemini?
pace,
It
lots of
does
points
seem
to be
that way,
gained around the
Jason, doesn't
arena,
it?
of course. Veterans of Robot Wars in the past, the Invertebrate team.
Activate.
5 points for each barrel knocked over. That's the normal course.
And they've missed the barrels. That's a bad start, isn't it?
That's 15 points already gained. Then all around the arena you have target
Agrobot's the one with the face on, the Zonka. The Zonka on
You can get that huge silver sphere into a pit. That's 25 points, but no one's done it yet. This isn't a great run so far from Invertebrate.
No, they've just
Open those
knocked the
car
ball
doors, you'll get 25 points.
somewhere else.
Recording 2
No,
miles, so
that's
25
something.
points for the car doors. Well done. Into the
Well done.
CPZ, back through the doors. Now you see that ramp, if you can get up and over the ramp with a successful run, you can get 20 points for crossing the
Okay.
bridge. 50 points down the side of the arena wall. Matilda, a little nudge from behind. And 50 points gained.
Being a sausage doesn't. Well, that's true. Anyone, yeah, I do think anyone can have a sausage.
Why did they veer away?
Why did they veer away?
Turning slowly.
This is a crap
very
run.
ponderous run.
Cease.
Too slow. Indecisive. Not enough points on the board, I'm afraid. Disappointing, that one.
Filler Jeopardy hunters when they do a bit where they fill time in the episode by making it look like maybe one team's robot's going to be broken or something.
Many robots get
We had it in the last episode when they just showed a clip of whatever it was, that one of the teams changing their weapon.
They'll be disappointed. I make it rough tally 95 points. Wait to see if that's confirmed. It won't alter the leaderboard at all. And it'll leave Gemini still on top. 255 points, 95 points confirmed for Invertebrate. Only kilohertz now to challenge those
Disappointing one.
leaders.
It was a rough well done, Jonathan. Jonathan's rough tally.
But right now, it's back to the wars.
Good.
Craig, a reminder of our heat
Holy
semi-finals
Jonathan
here.
is
Agrobot
bullshit.
2, the seeded robot against Smidsy, and Panic Attack number 4 seeds against the newcomer Sword Point.
Kim, you've been here many times before, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
We've got a newcomer. Are you getting tense for the rest of the team? Because they're probably pretty calm. They've been here before,
Yes.
haven't they?
Yes.
You're all tense. Have you ever faced a robot like the one you're about to face before?
No, it's really weird. It's got great big discs, discs for wheels.
I think it's the saws.
It's going to be difficult. I don't know what to do with it yet. So.
Well, they've apparently got about 8 inches of ground clearance, but who knows what that means?
Well, we go straight underneath it. I'm hoping to just check it out the arena if we can.
Yeah. And with those spikes, I think you're in with a pretty good chance. There's a lot more than 8 inches
we did
there.
check birds, and it is active, but it doesn't. It directs back to the domain, so I don't think it
I think it's
counts.
going to be panic, and attack, really.
Panic.
Yes, we also saw them last week.
I have to say, his spikes look a little bit larger than your ground clearance.
Yeah, but we'll
So
run
yeah,
over
it's a
them.
contentious one.
It's all happening. In they go. There's Panic Attack waiting for you. I'm going to leave you to it. This is too tense.
Oh, all right. If I didn't count it, right, Harry. If I counted it last week, I'll count it this week. It's an active URL, isn't it?
Stand by.
Panic Attack Winners of the second wars.
I don't think Harry always
There's
gets
Kim
his way.
Davis, very experienced and sore
Can we have
point.
Brexit for the... Is the Welsh flag Brexit? I don't think it is.
Panic Attack's tactics here, quite clear, I would imagine. Get in, get underneath, flip it up and over. But look at the power there of Sore Point. And
Yes,
Panic Attack
HGH.
couldn't get in
Wow.
underneath the wedge first time. Can do
No,
with the
I
second
understand
solo.
that.
Sore Point on its side, and the prong is crumpled and bent by the attack of Panic Attack. Look at that.
But they seem kind of pleasantly proud to represent Wales, don't they? Not sort of...
Panic Attack has really bent and buckled it.
Okay, yeah, they've really grabbed this shit robot. Can they get it out?
Heave-ho! Here we go! Weep and woe! The
Yeah,
Sore
he's a
Point
very good
surely.
driver, the Panic Attack guy.
Like a dog with a bone. Will not give up now. Sore Point riding piggyback. They need to ride shotgun here.
Do you think so?
And get back in on the assault. Panic Attack very much under control here. They've glued themselves on to Sore Point. They will not let go now.
Can they use that
There's
top
Kim Davis
lifty
in
thing?
controls.
No.
His son Michael from Llantarnam Comprehensive looks on, and Christian Bridge, the newcomer from King's School in Macclesfield, delighted because they know
They
Sore
banned
Point,
Jubilees in the
brave
Senate.
newcomers, have been beaten here. Sore Point, this smoke there from the arena.
Yes, so funny. It's branded like a
Force in
paint
Robot
shop.
Wars. Sore Point, beaten, bruised, buckled. Love the invention though of Stephen Thomas, the
Yeah, the Welsh do
communications
seem
engineer, and
fucking
Damien
Tories in the
Smith, who helped design the robot, did the graphics for Sore Point as well. This is Dead Metal, of course. A pincer movement from the House Robots. They now know Sore Point, Stephen Thomas and Damien Smith.
Yeah, Harry does like
Dead
their
Metal on the
Welsh
right and
crush.
Kill a Lot on the left. And Sore Point being tugged and twisted
Yeah,
between the two.
is that what you like? Is that what you like?
There they go.
Harry?
Towards the pit. And doom and disaster. Well,
I think maybe Harry does love a troll, but that's different. Oh, he's got Kill a Lot.
See them back again in the future.
Oh no,
And
he's
attack on the attack on Kill a Lot. And Kill a Lot will remember that, Kim Davis, you can be sure. Sore Point, of course, beaten and out of it. Kim Davis, Michael and Christian go through. Kill a Lot has a little glance at Panic Attack, and they can only watch on as the Welsh boys attack.
I don't know if Harry does love that.
In comes Bash.
Not sure if that's true.
What are you doing, Panic Attack? You may smile.
It is controversial,
Smiling on the
yeah.
other side of our faces. You wait and see.
Well, Panic Attack are definitely back. Sore Point in the pits. Panic Attack.
But that happens every week, doesn't it, Matt?
Why am I shaking?
Why is he shaking your hand?
Absolutely.
Well, it must be a Sore Point
It's
coming up
de-
against the fourth seed and an ex-champion.
Sore
Yeah,
losers.
well, if you're going to lose to someone, I guess it's got to be to someone good, hasn't it? So he's...
What was the design of that robot?
Yeah, I think he was a sore loser.
Well, they are extremely hard.
I think he was a sore loser, wasn't he? Why am I shaking your hand?
But, yeah, as I said, it will make the basis of the next design, so I will be back. And,
You did take a fair amount of points.
I
didn't
did
you?
take a very...
I was convinced you were going out of the arena.
So I think this gentleman was convinced I was going out.
He does have a weapon,
He
yeah.
just couldn't do it, and he tried so hard. But
So it was the pit of oblivion instead.
it certainly was, yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sore Point. You naughty boys. I mean, not only were you not content with wrecking that Sore Point, then you had to try and get Kill a Lot in the pit. Then you took on Shunt. Now you remember, don't you, that Kill a Lot's got a long memory. He's got a memory like an elephant. Oh,
He's the driver.
it's not. I'll blame it on me dad. I was convinced you were going to get him out of the arena.
We really tried, but just couldn't get him out. So I tried about 3 times, I think it was, but he just wouldn't go over the top.
You gave him a piggyback for ages as well.
Yeah, I thought, well, do a lap of honour with him. And then they opened the pit, so...
You're getting very cocky, though.
Yeah, not
Getting
Grumpy
very
John
cocky,
inside.
taking on Kill a Lot. You think he's going to forget about that?
No, he's not going to forget. We can look out next round.
Well, we've seeded you 4.
You know, I've always said to you that, you know,
No,
everyone's
Panic
always
Attack won.
underestimated your robot, but we're not underestimating it now, are we?
Well, perhaps he'll learn that way.
Yeah, he's got great luck.
Little fights to come.
I think so.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, this is great.
Are you confident?
Not really, but as usual, we'll see how we go.
We'll give it a go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear
As
it for
Andy
Panic
said,
Attack.
they're the literal opposite of sore losers. They're sort of embarrassed to have won every time.
Sore point of packing up, ready to go home.
Yeah.
Now, I might add that if you'd spent less time nosing into other people's business and more looking into the opposition, you might have done better.
Well, there is always that, but when you come up with a sort of unconventional design, you do tend to pay the price, and this was it, see. But I think there's a winning concept here, deep down, and yeah, we sustained a lot of
And
damage.
what Panic Attack?
It's this way we can just build a new one and start again, really.
Why not?
Yeah, Julia was right to call him
Let's work
out.
out the damage they did to you.
Starts really from the damage to the actual wheels themselves. They all had a very good blow. It's all sort of front facial network, the lids. It's all
He
both.
got hold of you and basically sort of carried you
Yeah,
around
he
with
was
the trophy.
just. Yeah, I know, it was terrible.
And
really,
you were the
wasn't
ones
it?
wailing in that arena, weren't you?
And yeah, and then the house robots done their little bit. They sort of decided to chop the whole back end off, which was really
Yeah,
good.
they do. They
Yes, they
absolutely
can, which is very
do care
cool.
too much,
I think
don't
I
they?
actually done very well.
Good question, Rosanna.
Good.
Um,
Good, you have. They were the number 4 seed.
Really, there has to be a child driving the robot, and I'm not sure the Panic Attack ones do actually have any control. They're just sort of, as I think it was Hondo said earlier, he doesn't really let the kids do anything.
Again.
Again, definitely.
We hope so.
Oh, you will.
Well done.
Yes, and we have. That's true. We did make the distinction there to be
That sore point will be
prepubescent
back.
child.
Not in this programme, no. Panic Attack going through to the heat final to meet either.
Well, that one
Smithy
will get that bingo
and
square
Robot
crossed
2,
off.
number
but-
20 seeds.
This is going to be an interesting one because you're very evenly matched, aren't you?
I think so, yeah. We look to be the same sort of robot. Same sort of sides, work both ways up. We'll see.
We're a nicer colour.
Yeah, like a Maggie Simpson steering wheel.
So it comes down to power. Do you know what's inside theirs?
What's inside theirs? I've only got 4 wheels.
Yes,
haven't
good
we?
point, Harry.
Ours are bigger.
Your wheels are bigger.
Our wheels are bigger.
I think it's very unlikely. I think it's impossible to happen on this one, Harry. I think there's not a.
It's down to me.
Julie's the only woman in the episode.
Let's just hope they don't see you coming.
Julie was very happy with that.
Do they
Joke.
think they're going to wipe the floor with us?
They said they're going to
No, I
smash
don't think
you
there has on
around
this
you,
one,
put
Matt.
you in the house robots, in the pit, flip you right out of the arena.
Oh, that's okay then.
Yes, Julia is very important for the match style. Yes.
Yes.
Slightly smaller.
Yeah, we've got about the same sort of pushing power. We've got similar weapons. It's going to be down to a bit of luck.
Who's
skill.
wider?
We'll see how it goes. Could go to the judges.
Get in there and do your damnedest.
Thank you.
Semi-successful clones.
Stand by.
That's Smithy, slightly the smaller but the quicker of the two.
We saw that was
Reed on the
pinball.
right-hand
That was
side, all
pinball.
smiles and
It
Agrabot
was
too. Don't
rubbish.
forget they have
You're
that
right to have.
hydraulic
You're right to have.
Zonka
You're right to have not
bob on the
remembered
right
that.
at the controls.
It was pinball, which is bad.
And what's for sure for the Leach brothers, it won't be a hair-raising experience. Let's be honest about things. Agrabot 2 on the right-hand side.
Yes, I think yeah. That's probably true, Josie. Yeah, when we that will be what we have to do now. We'll have to. Oh, was that? Oh, that was on fire, right? That was on fire. It's burnt the top of the top bit of the graphic off. That was fire. I'll take that off. That's a fire. Fire confirmed. I will take that off in a minute. Yes, inverted back was good, and it was rubbish.
But it's at the other end of the machine as it comes in on the attack now with the lifting nose cone. Trying to get in underneath Smithy, that'll be difficult. It's got a 1-inch
Oh, that was
adjustable ground clearance.
Smithy can go quite fast, can't it?
Against the arena side. Well, don't forget
Are they going to go on
Agrabot
fire?
beating Razor in the last
No.
wars, and Razor, a phenomenal machine.
Yeah, but it
it's
beat
Smithy
Razor by
here doing all the
accident,
work. Mike
didn't it?
Reed to the left-hand side. Robin Bennett's actually at the controls right now.
We'll stick around for Series 6 just to see if it's on Okay, we'll look forward to it.
Agrabot, the little piggyback coming down.
What's the Series 4?
Over the flame pit in the end, so that's good style and control and aggression from Smithy. They're on
Right,
top.
there was
Should this
fire.
go to the
Let's
judge?
take that
I'm
off.
sure of that. Although the judges are a lot brainier than I. They have all the university degrees. I think Butts read and write. Sometimes. This is Smithy now with a little slam on Agrabot again. In towards the CBZ. The Agrabot boys trying to crane their neck and have a look at
Oh,
it.
that's fire, isn't it? There's fire.
There's the fire.
Both teams have been on fire.
In comes Sergeant Bash with the crumpling jaws. Agrabot finished here. The sweat on the brow.
Yeah, both of these have been on fire, right?
Peter, Bob and John. And they know their dream has come to an end.
Actually, we had some fire in an earlier episode tonight, didn't we? Did the Scorpion one caught on fire?
Quite literally.
Oh, that
And it's the end for Agrabot on the arena
doesn't look very sturdy.
flipper. Just about nudged away by dead metal, but it's tattered and torn, sliced, diced.
Is this a
No luck with the
fluke
throw of the dice
win?
either for Agrabot today.
It's certainly close to a fluke win.
Stuffing in there in the nose cone. Looks like foam rubber. Can't be. Surely they wouldn't have stuffed that in there. It is, you know, I think. Well, they're out. Agrabot 2. Disappointing for them. But a very good performance, I thought, by Smithy. Underrated machine these boys have.
Well done, Smithy.
Well,
Yeah,
Agrobot is an aggro burger. Smidsy are through to the heat.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it was. I think they were in the fight, weren't they?
Only got beat a little bit.
What can I say? I think
But yeah, I mean, they were a
Agrobot
bit
he's
lucky,
not going to be
weren't
going
they?
out for a while, is he?
Scratches. I think he needs a little bit of paintwork.
Oh, I'll tell you, you took an awful lot of damage there, didn't you?
Oh, well, it's got 3 or 4, isn't it?
True. You seem to take it in good spirits as well.
That's what we're here
we
for.
have a few spirits when we're making it. That's why it don't go so well.
That's
Nice to see you back
lads.
again.
That's
There we go,
lads.
Agrobot.
That's lads, isn't it? And a few spirits when we're making it.
With a name like Smidsy, you expect it to be like a little kitten or something like that. But there's nothing kittenish about that robot, is there?
Oh, and it's a Yorkshire Terrier. It's a battler, isn't it?
It's a strong one, isn't it? And it keeps on going.
Yeah.
It pulverised him.
Yeah, we thought it'd be really close, and it's down to driving. Robin was just stunning. We're just in and in and
I
in.
don't think it's David Wally.
Well, you
I'm sorry.
did have a lot of hand from the house robots, though, because they lost drive and power, and then the house robots came
Yeah,
in and made
they got
big
them in
meat
the
out of
end,
them.
didn't they? They did the big damage. I mean, look at that.
Well, I wouldn't get...
I don't think I've ever passed matching
get too
outfits just for
comfortable, because
t-shirts.
You're meeting Panic Attack in the next round.
We're very scared.
That is going to be a serious, serious battle. I'm looking forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, hear it for Smitty!
What does the Smidsy... What's their little logo?
Smithy through and the C.
Yeah, I think I think I have given it for t-shirts, and when they all had the same matching camo trousers. I think that just about
Interesting,
counts.
that's for sure.
Okay, Panic Attack
Well, we're
against
sitting here
Smidsy.
relaxing with the Panic Attack team before they go into the arena.
Oh, it could
do you
well
think
be
Saw
Josie.
Point were really tough opposition for you?
Not really. They weren't very fast. They were very vulnerable to attacks. They didn't have much of a weapon.
Oh, I hope the guy's just out of
So you were your best yet,
just
haven't
out of sight.
Possibly.
Well, I think Smidsy were quite tough in the last battle.
Oh, Smidsy's going to be a different kettle of fish altogether, I think. If we pick him up and turn him over, he can still run. He's very small, so the forks will lift him up, but the wheels will still be able to run, so he's going to be very tough.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a good point. It is an Acticon here,
Oh
isn't
no,
it?
it's not going to be the end. He's just going to be tough to beat, that's all.
Alright, but he's fully
It's strange how sometimes they seem to have to censor URLs, but other times it's
Smithy,
fine.
the team from cyberspace, seem to have the Panic Attack boys a little bit
Team
worried.
from cyberspace
Right, really,
because they battle the internet.
To us, only better. So why should they be worried?
Oh, maybe they were just being modest then.
Oh, they're better drivers, and they've got the cute kids on their team, which is always an advantage in this game.
Don't put yourselves down. Now is not the time. You need to pick yourselves up. You've got a great robot.
We've got the better
Yes,
paint job this
good
time.
point, Harry.
Well, we asked for medium rare. They've done us well done.
Well, look, go into the arena, do your damnedest, and I'm sure you'll get there.
Thank you.
This is how they got to the final. Panic Attack with Smidsy defeating Overkill.
That's true. They don't have matching
Then
tape.
Sore Point, as we've just seen, very nearly out of the arena. Now Smidsy were very
Yes,
impressive,
Josie, I think that
directing
is.
that attack on Overkill and against
I think that is the precedent that the Smidsy team have set. Yes.
so we reach round 3. 2 more robots extinguished. 2 more about to set the house on fire. Fighting for a place in our series semi-finals.
Matching accessories. Matching accessories, brackets, tape. Right, here we go, it's the final. The final fight of the night.
From Cumbran and seed number 4, Panic Attack.
Was there a nervousness about the number 4 seeds from
Yes, they're
Wales?
always nervous.
Maidstone in Kent, Smithy.
There's certainly a confidence about these boys, Andy Pugh. We heard him speak a moment ago from Sheffield University. He's in the engineering department.
Sheffield, nice.
That's Panic Attack. With the front lifting forks, Kim Davis, his son Michael and Christian Bridge, and Smithy.
Also,
on the right-hand
if we
side,
didn't already have Amusing United, Amusing Unities, the Panic Attack guy has got a phone on his belt, which is quite good.
Inflatable helicopter blades, Robin Bennett. Yeah, try and work that one out. This is Smithy on the attack straight away against the number 4 seeds. They've got those new skirts down the side in this series to stop other robots getting in underneath Panic Attack. Improvements all the while from Kim Davis. Letting the fingers do the talking there very quickly. Smithy up and over, but again direct.
If they did, that would be matching
Panic Attack wants
outfits.
to
Yeah.
draw Smithy on towards
Yeah,
a
exactly.
wall,
Very
I would
90s
suggest, so
dad.
they can get in, flick him up and over and out.
Okay, well we'll see if we can see, There it is. There it is. His phone belt.
Davis. Now pushing towards the CPZ. There's Robin at the controls, the computer programmer. Again driving at Panic Attack. Not even at the moment. Smithy the more aggressive. Perhaps Panic Attack the more controlled. Style, control, damage, aggression. That's what the judges will mark on. Should it go to them? Will it go to them? Smithy away
Well,
from
the
Panic
jaws.
Attack. Cagey stuff. Panic Attack
It's
now.
kind of supposed to have the kind of the jaws on the front open and close. I
Kim
think.
Davis. Smithy nearly got themselves into trouble. They have a big fan club here, look. Smithy, we haven't really seen the jaws work, have we, so far?
But Hondo, you and Jonathan just
They've done
pointed
ever so
out,
well. They
not
had
really been
radio
working.
signal problems in the last series. Better this time around, but now Panic
Oh,
Attack. Aggressive.
they might have it now.
The forks impaled in the wheel housing of Smithy. The
Forks are impaled in the wheel,
A little bit of a
wheel
gap
housing.
around them. And Panic Attack and Kim Davis have found that gap.
What do people think about the Brexit flag?
The single most decisive moment.
I'm happy to go with a small majority on the Brexit decision.
For it. And poor old Smithy impaled and being dragged around the arena.
I don't want to find out.
They are simply open for anything Panic Attack wants to do. The jaws open wide. You see, they're trying to get those jaws down to act as some sort of spring to right themselves. They've eventually got themselves clear anyway. I thought they had, but back comes Panic Attack. Maybe Smithy.
Yeah, exactly. That's
They're certainly being dragged towards the pit. I think they have been
Oh, that's good driving. He's good. He's good at Robot Wars, isn't he? He's good at Robot Wars.
To Panic Attack and not to those Smithy boys.
That's his weapon, Hondo. I can do this on a big screen. That's a nice shot.
Go all the way again.
Smithy is smitten. Panic Attack are through to the series semi-finals.
Yeah, another big W for the Modestars. He did really well though as well.
Last time we talked, you were quite confident.
Oh, we were never confident about beating Panic Attack.
Well, you're a tenacious little robot. I mean, and you sort of matched it for power. However, you didn't have that little lifter. And it lifted you up and it carried you around, and the pits went open, so it just carried you around again, and then it put you down, and as soon as the pits opened, it picked you up again and threw you in the pits.
Well, he's the granddad. He was winning them before we were thinking of building them. I mean, come on. We're going to lose to anyone. We might as well lose to a previous winner.
So, I mean, since you've been looking at the robots, have you spotted some design flaws that you think you can put right for the next wars?
Bits and bobs, that's up to him.
The jaws are really
I'm happy to go with the small majority and say that Panic Attack having a Welsh flag makes it a Brexit
They
part.
do interesting things. They got us off the barrier in early about really nicely.
There we
They just
go.
took slow.
Yeah, but we can get there. We can do that. That's.
You guys are from all over the country, aren't you? You kind of met on the internet.
Yeah, we're from everywhere. Kent,
We hadn't Yorkshire. We hadn't met before we decided to build the robot.
And did you build it over the internet? I mean, were all the ideas exchanged over the internet and things?
Oh yeah. The ideas for it. You just talk. We did more talking than God knows what about what we're going to do, and then people build stuff, post it to Andy, and it all comes together. And
They built it over the internet,
It was
yeah.
a phenomenal effort. It's what Robot Wars is all about. I hope you come back to the next Wars. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Smidgy!
Look, Rosanna, I disagree as well, but you know, there was a vote.
I'm in awe. I'm in awe.
I lost. I've got to get over
That was
it.
easier than you thought it was going to be,
It
wasn't it?
wasn't
really?
easy at all.
You sure?
Yeah, it was very difficult to catch, and actually, the only way we could get it is get it in the gap between the wheel and the bodywork, which we were lucky we did.
I
But
mean,
any
you
other
did
way,
it
it's just-
twice. I mean, that's not luck, is it? I mean, that's by design. And what do you think of your dad's driving skills in that, then? I mean, the driving they were brilliant, weren't they? I mean, your driving skills, I mean, you're such a better driver now.
Well, in the last war, it was virtually uncontrollable. I couldn't position it, but now we've put a gyro in it. It actually goes where I want it to go, so it's a lot better, yeah.
Series semi-finals, you've been there before.
There you go. That's the
You're not
trick. That's the trick of the champion.
What do you feel about being in the series semi-finals?
It's exciting.
Yeah, you looking forward to it?
Yes.
In this series, it is
Go all
now.
the way again
Yeah.
this time?
I don't know.
You don't know. Fingers crossed, eh?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ex-champions, let's hear it for Panic Attack! Well, if you're looking at TP, you'll find Indian squaws wishing they had a telly to watch Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
I think he might now. I think he might now, attacking. I think he might now.
Your driving skills, I mean, you're such a better driver now.
Well, in the last war, it was virtually uncontrollable. I couldn't position it, but now we've put a gyro in
Really
it.
sandwiching the
It actually goes
sexism
where I
and
want it to go,
racism
so
on this
it's a lot better,
episode.
yeah.
Series semi-finals, you've been there before.
Again.
Yeah. You're not nervous?
No.
Okay, let's hear this again.
What do you feel about being in the series semi-finals?
It's exciting.
Yeah. You looking forward to it?
Yes.
Have you got a
Let's hear
feeling that
this
you
again.
might go all the way again this time?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm not
Fingers
going to
crossed,
repeat
eh?
it.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ex-champions, let's hear it for Panic Attack! Well, if you're looking at TP, you'll find Indian squaws wishing they had a telly to watch Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
I think there's a very funny implication there as well, isn't it? That they don't have a TV because because they're uncultured or something, rather than just because they're from the
We enter our
past.
final heat with Cerberus number 18 seeds and the very
Yeah,
impressive
they just
number 2
predate the
seeds
invention of the
Hypnosis,
TV,
dashing,
don't they?
destructive. Everyone wants to see this
It's
one.
Hypnosis,
That's it.
yeah.
Building
Oh,
robots is
Hypnodisc
dangerous
coming
and
up
shouldn't
next
be
time.
attempted without great care. To receive our safety guidelines, you must first join the Robot Wars Club. Send a cheque or postal order for £12.95 to Robot Wars,
don't
London
do that.
W1A
Don't do that.
3AR.
Don't do
Members
that.
will also receive a badge, video, and club magazine.
You
If you
won't.
build a qualifying robot,
It's
your
not an
membership
active
fee will be
URL.
refunded. For more information, call our hotline.
Yeah, they get through Craig. Right, okay, let's go back here. You're part of the Robot Ceasefires Club. That's good. Right, here's the final bingo card. Yeah, that would have been better, Josie. That would have been better. I mean, a lot of things would have been better, to be fair. A lot of things would have been better. If you think about it. Right, okay. Thanks, everyone. This was nice. I don't know if everyone did need to be made aware of that, Harry, to be honest. I don't have the new DLC, no, and that's not what Harry's referring to. I do not yet have the new DLC. No problem, Andy. Right, hang on. I do have. Right, okay. That's the bingo dealt with. I don't know if that's true, Harry. I think that's particularly untrue. Right, hang on. I do have this. I do have this feature on here now. People didn't see this last week. Although I am now slightly worried about using it. But here we go.
From the shoulders as bigger than Northern Jaws. Good night. Go When the Terminator sits down after finishing his chores, he has a Aston of pizza and he watches Robot Wars. Good night. Well, from the show that's scarier than Jaws, you've been bitten by Robot Wars. Good night. You don't need spots or boils or sores to be a fan of Robot Wars. Good night. We break health and safety laws. We're on fire. We're Robot Wars. Good night. You need a
I think that's my favourite.
restores. You're too old for Robot Wars. Good night. I'll show you my robot. You show me yours. The biggest one wins on Robot Wars. Good night. Godzilla devoured 40 floors, but we chopped them down to size on Robot Wars. Good night. Warning all countries, defend your shores. You're being invaded by Robot Wars. Bye-bye. Freddy Krueger may have his flaws, but even he's a fan of Robot Wars. Good night. We've got more presents than Santa Claus, and the beards are real on Robot Wars. Bye-bye. TV censors can put in their oars, but they can't touch us.
I don't know what it is, I don't. He certainly does it a lot.
Well, if you get excited by sightseeing tours, you'd probably exploded watching Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
You've seen the axle grinders and the circular saws. Now you've seen the best of Robot Wars.
They don't like losing.
They don't like draws.
We found a winner on Robot Wars. Goodbye.
Now remember, we don't suffer fools and we don't like...
Oh, it's gone. That was a loud kiss, yeah. Right, thanks everyone. Yeah, the sightseeing tours one's good. Yeah, the end, I think that's end of the series one where Philippa did the Philippa joined him. I don't think her name's Prunella Hondo. Philippa. It's Philippa. Right, let's rate Dog Bomb. I will be streaming tomorrow with Dr. Plum, I think. I think me and Dr. Plum will be doing probably the DLC of Golden Idol. Well, the stream's about to finish, so it won't make any difference. Right, we're doing the raid night. Right, bye everyone. See you again. And bye to anyone watching the VOD. I'll see you tomorrow. Right, bye everyone.